What's your Instagram?
Those Quattro. JUNIL. Neil.
Mia?
No. JUNIL. Yeah. Yeah. You did it right. It's perfect. That ain't my page though.
Where can I get your music from?
YouTube.
YouTube it is.
Wait. That's what you gonna just say?
Hmm?
That's what you gonna say?
YouTube it is.
I don't know. I don't really got. I'm not branded like that, bro. Just type in JuneBaby.
Two viewers off rip. I love it when a plan comes together. I told people I was gonna be here, and I was here. Last I did that today, the nigga didn't call and didn't show up. And I wasn't gonna go live just, for no reason.
Do a podcast. And niggas do that shit.
Yeah, but I don't want to be on some hate shit, and then I don't get my feelings, and then
That's how you practice.
What's YouTube?
What?
Where's your
Oh,
Where's your beat?
Red Mosque. REDMOSK. Tame Impala.
Like
MOSK.
that?
No, MOSK.
Entertainment?
Space. Tame. TAME. Impala. IMP. Let's see what we got. No.
You got it on your phone?
Yeah. Put Red Mosque together though. Oh, this ain't my phone. Search. It's that one. My Andy Dandy notebook. I got these 3 for $1. These things come in handy.
Why not use your phone?
Well, kids, I don't like to use my phone because I just don't like to use it sometimes. I don't know. I like writing. You gotta remember, I'm not gonna lie about my age. I'm going on 30 next year. We use notebooks. Music speaks.
Okay, so I finally downloaded it. It's been taking these downloaders I've been using. These downloaders haven't been working too well, but they downloaded finally.
Oh, really?
Not sure what's going on online, but
Been acting,
been about
bro.
five
I
or
don't
six.
agree with it really. I'm being piss poor. We might as well just lease it.
What do you want to call this one? Muffled.
I always do this, right?
What'd you say?
Like you, like you. Like you, like you.
Letter U.
Yeah, that's cool.
All right, it's gonna take me about 2 3 minutes to get all this stuff together. I guess for the same shit, the live show and stuff like that. When you get a second, let's go ahead and cash out and get all that shit going.
I gotta run to the car.
You gotta run to it, or are you gonna casually walk, or
Yeah,
it's gonna be a light jog,
it's probably gonna be like a fast paced walk.
fast paced walk, not quite a jog.
No jogging after 2 a.m.
It's a good life lesson to go over.
Good.
Yeah. Let me. 1 second, guys. Zooby dooby doo doo doo. Hey, 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 hey. Well, this is gonna be some quirky, weird shit. Nothing wrong with that. How was your journey?
I learned a lot.
You are on the streets of Detroit. Somebody had drove down my street on Monday
Mm.
and hit every garbage can going towards 8 Mile. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
But they literally used their car to hit every garbage can, like kind of like Friday.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
But it was a nigga in a car. That same nigga grew up and shit. He was on a
He
bike
like, I'm
driving a fucking
driving now,
car.
bitch. I got my mama car.
Look, man, he started on the 7 Mile. He drove all the way down to 8 Mile.
And
Hit
hit
every
everybody trash
well,
can.
everyone that wasn't like parked in front of the trash can wasn't like parked in front of a
Yeah,
car or something like
all the
that.
wide open ones.
Hit
He
all
was having too much fun. Niggas be tripping out here.
depressed. I don't know.
That's
So
what it be, bro. I did some weird shit. Not that. But I did some weird shit off depression. This song has something to do with depression. I was like working, and this one girl likes me and shit, but she got a boyfriend. I was talking to you about that. But it's another chick, hidden secret chick.
hidden secret chick,
Yeah,
like Mortal Kombat.
like I liked her, and then she just was like, I'm like, all right, fuck it. And then she see me with the chick that's like kind of like on me and shit, and she was just like eyeing me the whole night.
I mean, trust me, man. Girls play a lot of games, man,
I see.
and it's hard to decipher which ones is playing games because they're insecure, which one is playing in games because they see something in you and they don't want to just give it up all easy and stuff like that. And that's
It's
the
a
hard
weird
part.
mix, yeah.
It's the hard part
I'm growing
deciphering.
up though. I'm growing up. I'm trying not to judge everybody for stone cold years at a time.
The words of wisdom that I took is don't focus on rats, focus on cheese, because rats love cheese. So you focus on you, focus on your career, motherfuckers just get
I'm
attracted
gonna
to
get the
that.
rats anyway.
Huh?
I don't want the rats. Even though
Well,
we all rats.
perhaps rats is more of a
Till we become house pets and then with mice.
it's more of a vulgar euphemism for women.
It is.
But almost like niggas can mean all men, but for some people, niggas can mean the niggas are the black people, and then black men are separate than niggas.
It's
But
always different. Yeah, you're
yeah,
right.
but I think as a whole, don't put no time into no girl. Put some time into yourself, and
No
then
doubt, bro. On
they,
this journey with music,
uh,
just like our one viewer watching right now, it can get lonely, it can get depressing, but focus on what you want to do.
yeah.
Even if it's not music, just focus on what you want to do and battle through that shit.
People see you shining, see you happy about your life, and that's the most attractive thing that anybody will see.
And that's why I'm the most attractive man in the world right
I don't always drink beer,
now.
but what I do,
So it's a whiskey.
I
That's a liquor.
I always drink Mad Dog.
Hurricane. I drunk a 40-ounce called Hurricane.
Yeah, that's bad, bro.
Bro, I'm glad I was young when I did that shit. I felt
You
like
hit,
a
you hit
piece
hard,
of,
huh?
man, that shit was crazy. I'm good to roll.
Yeah, this one's all goose.
Another one just wrote it.
What do you need?
I think I dropped my phone outside. It's cool though. Nobody's out there. It's all good.
You want me to call it to make sure so that we can solidify that so there's no issues?
Yeah. Nobody gonna be walking down the street while it's raining.
I
Hell
mean,
yeah.
you, you people try to break in my car while
Huh?
it's people tried to break in my car while it's in the driveway.
It's
So
cold, man. When
people,
it get cold, people turn into fucking liars.
yeah,
The plan is off.
yeah, yeah. If you want to utilize any streaming, you can post that phone in the corner of the phone, and it'll stay in place. That's if you want to. If not,
No, do what?
you just place it in the corner between the phone.
Oh,
Maybe put it. Yeah,
that is convenient.
very convenient.
I wish I wasn't on 18%.
Do you need a charger?
Portable? Does it fit the same way?
Yeah.
This is sick.
What kind of outlet do you have? iPhone?
Somebody just asked where's the pot. Um, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. I just
All right, let's do
record.
it. Are you
Hold
doing a hook and a verse?
coming in with the verse.
All right, bet. Let's go ahead and get you in there.
Damn,
But there is a
man,
hook
stay
eventually.
like it. This nigga just sliding. You good? You good, bro? It had a trampoline at the end. That's dope.
You might have to take the casing off of there, but I mean, it should fit with the case. You might have to just like instead of just pushing it in there, like kind of wedge it. You know what I'm saying between those ripples. You ready for it?
Yeah.
All right, here you go. Well, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Detroit Studio Time with Peter Promo. Here are my special guest for a very early session with JuneBaby. Let's see what he's got for us. I get mad like you, sad like you, in my bag like you. Oh yeah, it's a drag like you, lay the bag like you, just don't know. Is it fucking you up too much?
Make it a little lighter.
Would you like to punch in? Sad like you, in my bag like you. Punch. What happened there was that you're live. I applied like he was done like you. Well, he He's not saying anything. Then nothing. So, anyways, I found that pattern, and I just said, okay, I'll just put an echo on there, so that it's, you know, and it caught him off guard, but it fills it in for me. He said he liked it. It just caught him off guard, so I could have waited, but I felt like it would get him in the zone. Like if I was singing and all of a sudden my echo came in, and it was like it wasn't a quick one. It was like that's the whole verse. What's next for us? Mm-mm. All right, you're live. Send text. Pleasure to have you here, man. Good morning, bro. It's a pleasure to have you here, man. It's all love, my baby. You know what I'm saying? There's some creative shit going on here. Hopefully, we spread out some good vibes your way. It's always good to have you here. Send text. Still gotta tell me how you get through. You still gotta box beat. Box beat. Okay. He's doing like a pretty short hook, so I'm not sure if he's gonna want to listen to it through now. But if he does, we'll listen to it. If not, give him like maybe one more verse. He's not doing any hooks or no you know hype tracks or no doubles or nothing like that, except for the double he's doing the hook. One more, so we'll be done pretty quick, and you guys can hear what he's up to. Yes, sir. Like you're from Asgard, man. I got two dubs on this. So I'm kind of splitting it up left and right, but obviously not 100%. I would say never split 100%. I think that's kind of tacky, but it's not tacky because I don't want someone to be negative. But, teach his own. Okay. Second verse, the same length as the first verse. How many verses? That's the rhythm part. And then after that whole breakdown, after. Okay. Let's go and get that second verse in. You are live. Charge $40 an hour right now for studio time. Can you hear? When you ain't been left right, I'm a damaged little man. Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. Don't really dance this man. I don't know if you hear that echo or something. Cut that out. Is that okay to keep or delete that too? This part will be subjugated without echo because I feel like it may be convoluting it. So we'll see. We'll see later. All right, you're live. I would say that it's a pretty damn good deal for what I'm able to offer artists that come to the studio. So, you know, I hate to make people feel like I feel like I'm underpaid, but I feel like I'm underpaid for sure. But I'm still happy with the people. I'm happy with my clientele. He's almost done with his second verse here. You're live, and once he is, then we'll probably be able to play it through. That he's got a second verse, which is finishing up in 2 bars here. Two, two, three, four, three, two, three, four, four, two, three, four. It's done. Do that punch one more. You're live. Yeah, shit. I don't know what I would be satisfied with. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's not 100% of what you are worth. It's also the worth of the things you've invested in. You know what I'm saying? Like if you have invested in better equipment, you've invested in time to learn the equipment. So, because anybody can get your same equipment, but what have you learned about it? What makes you stand out different? And that stuff has an intrinsic value. That that part should probably get a hype track since it's like none of the traditional echoes. So try that out for me real quick, just for the part after the echo. Adding an echo. So I'm adding like a little bit of a different echo with the hype track, and that's giving a little bit of lift. Sounds like it'll put the echo on the main part. Yeah, it's all good. You guys are hearing something. Are you ready for the harmonizing part or the what can you tell me about it? About yeah. So this next part, do you want like echo or auto tune or anything like that?
We can try it out. I'm down for it.
All right, I'm gonna give you a take. Okay, you're live. I like that. He's been recording himself for a while. He understands the ins and outs of this, and he has his own clientele. But much like a therapist who goes to see a therapist, even engineers come to see me so that I can engineer their stuff. You know what I'm saying? But him being a pro, it's like he does verse. Even if he fucks up and it's coming like he did, who cares? Because you know what I'm saying? He knows what he's doing. And then when he does his hook, it's like boom. Hey, I want to do two dubs on that. Not like, hey, Pete, what do you think I should do? Like, and that's fine if you have confusion or have inquiries. Yeah, but it's definitely different when you're just dealing with someone who has everything that they know they want. You're live, and they respect and they can illustrate to me and articulate what they want. And then when I have a suggestion, they trust me that I know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not just like, hey, you wanna maybe, you know what I'm saying? So, and then the timing, like we're damn near done. We're damn near done. We're about to listen to this all the way through. You know what I'm saying? I think he'll probably do an ad lib. Yeah, it's coming out pretty good, bro. I'm adding some auto tune so you know that can sound weird. So before I let you in, I'm gonna try one more effect and see what you like or not. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend too much time on it right now, just so that you can keep moving forward. I think we got like an ad lib next. Mm, not yet. Yeah, I got to pray. I got. Give me a double of that, but I'd like you to try to hit it as precisely as possible. As precisely as possible, so it doesn't have any difference. You're live. It's gonna be a tricky task for him. I'll give him a tough, tall order, but let's see what he does. One more. You're live. I'm challenging him to try to hit it 3 times in a row the exact same way, and then I'm gonna split the last two as doubles. I'm hearing small things that technically I could tell him to do over, but he's on a good roll, so we'll see how it sounds collectively. There's three parts that I heard in there were because we have two layers on top of the original layer. Any small change stands out, and I heard three of them, so I'm gonna attempt to fix those after you go ahead and make, you know what I'm saying, your last track, which I believe should be an ad lib. You can do that throughout, do the whole song. Good. He needed some intro stuff. I'm making like tweaks to the EQ as I'm listening, so it's like on the fly. It's a little bit like it's got a lot of S type sound, so I'm trying to cut that a bit. It's all good. Where do you want to punch in? First verse? Halfway through or the whole thing? No problem. Well, after he gets this laid in, then I'll play it out for you guys. Alright, so basically, I'll show you guys where he's at. This is the length of the entire song. Here's the length of the whole song from here to here. Here's his verse, hook, bridge, hook. And right now he's ad libbing on this line up here, and he's got to get to here. And he's up here, right here, recording. He's going to go all the way to here. And then once he's done that, I will stop it and play it along. And we'll all be just in the headphones, the stuff I did with the hook, he put his rental down, then he put two doubles on top. I pan those left and right, obviously not 100%. Let's give it a nice thick. And then the bridge, I did the same thing, but a little inverted. I like what I did with it. I put some special effects on there. He's in his own little falsetto he's thrown on there. I like that I bring it out because I don't think he would have did that anywhere else. I don't even think he would do that at home. Like I said, he's an engineer as well. But even engineers come to me, you know what I'm saying? He's a successful artist. He's been on iTunes. I think he still is on iTunes. He's, you know, but that's the effect I have on his vocals so that when he's doing it live, he wouldn't have did this if I just played it flat. The effect is on there, so he don't even know what effect I'm putting on. I'm putting on like, Let me drop this PeterPromo magic on there. Boom. You know what I'm saying? Then he, I just wanted to bring out that zone out of people. I can make a mistake every once in a while, but not too often. Usually I know exactly what effect to put on there. And then usually that's just the starting effect. And people are like, oh, that's dope. With not a lot of time for EQ. I got 1,000 effects. That's like the starting one. So if a nigga just gave me like 2 hours just to come on with a dog ass hook from him, he laid it down and we got 2 hours just to mention this bitches. I would love that. Just have 2 hours just to go through all the effects that I have, the presets that I have, all that shit. It'd be amazing. So, anyways, but my clientele don't have that type of money to do like the big boy to do that shit. And I'm not mad at that. Which one? I, I thought you were talking about the falsetto part where you said I know. I'm gonna go ahead and play this out loud for you. back to it before I get to maybe doing some things that I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Do you think the ad libs are low at certain points?
I can certainly cut them up, when it does get low.
I like that. Oh no, that was fucking the end of the ad libs. Those are perfect. I'm talking about like throughout the verses.
Okay. Okay, I just try to cut some of the air at the end of that. Oh, god damn it. I hate when the air I'm hearing, I be getting subconscious thinking it's the microphone or something, and it's in the beat.
Oh yeah, it's wavy.
Then you hear how it cuts, but the air, it's like an air noise too.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna put a little more natural fade on there at the end,
Sweet.
and just
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I like that extra,
Okay.
that little extra. I'm not sure if I like it. I'm gonna hear without it. Like leave the first part of the extra part with it in. I don't know
Sweet. That sounds sweet.
I think that should just have a faster echo when that part comes on with the I know. So take the I, took the echo off the I, and then the no is coming no, no, no. You know what I'm saying?
Sweet. You can make that feed go deep if you want, like run into the verse.
Which part?
The no, like let it linger longer.
Just
But it
trying to
sound
run.
good though.
Yeah, I was trying that. I know it just needed a little. Out of the three that I did, that's the better chosen one. I don't know if
The
you.
third one.
Yeah, because the first one I tried to take the part that
First
actually
one
was
was
there.
alright, and then third one was sweet though.
Yeah, because it's like the first one I took the spot that actually does exist there and reversed that. Then I took the next bar, copied it there, and reversed that, so it reverses into the same thing. Then like that. The third one I copied the bar before. Not the bar. It's not a bar, but the section before it. Pasted it there and reversed that. That one sounds the best. It's kind of it's there, but it's I don't know if it's prevalent. Like I think it's low key. Like some people really still ain't.
I would keep it.
Yeah, I don't think people. Some people aren't even gonna know that. But,
Just how long
It blends.
yeah.
just how long numbers do. Try to reverse the roles. Yeah. It's a burn out in the snow. Yeah. Crying nights and tears. Somehow I can still. You can stay away too long. I'm afraid away, be gone. You stay away all night. But you know it's never right. I can read your faces. I can see your mind. I can feel your focus. You know I'm not lying. But you might feel alright. I'm a damn slow man. Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. No, I'd rather dance to spend. On one lifetime, I'm pretend. I ain't gotta stay conscious to blend. I love you cause you beautiful inside. I ask if you feeling alright. But I was away if you stay by. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay away too long. I'm afraid away, be gone.
I think I'm gonna try a low.
I just heard something in that part though that I didn't like as an album. I like hers weird shit.
Fuck it.
But that shit was perfect. No, that shit was perfect. I just heard something in my ad. It was like a talk in between that beautiful fucking singer. It was like, nigga, what up? Like, what?
I'm gonna see about maybe like a low pass that fades in.
It sounded beautiful though. I love when you can hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes it get drowned out sometimes. My words.
Well, I like to think that my specialty is making sure people hear at least the parts that I fuck with.
Yeah.
But I try to make sure all the parts.
Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. No, I'd rather dance to spend. On one lifetime, I'm pretend. I ain't gotta stay conscious to blend. I love you cause you beautiful inside. I ask if you feeling alright. But I was away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay.
Not sure if it's as impactful. Maybe it should be nothing the whole time.
Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. No, I'd rather dance to spend. On one lifetime, I'm pretend. I ain't gotta stay conscious to blend. I love you cause you beautiful inside. I ask if you feeling alright. But I was away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay away too long.
Kill the beat at still. You know what I mean?
Hope that you feeling my vibes.
Okay.
Like,
I know what you're talking
and then
about.
drop.
Feeling my vibe. I hope.
I like the roll in, so I'm just gonna hear what this over, but this
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
exactly your cut. I'm just gonna hear.
I ask if you feeling alright. But I was away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibe.
Too early.
Right, but I was away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay away. I ask if you feeling alright. But I was away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay away.
Okay, now I'll try another one that's still just to get you not fuck with that.
Vibes.
Again, I like the drum roll in, but
The first drum, not the second one. Like, didn't. Skip that second part. That one. Skip that one.
keep the first one and cut the
Yeah.
second one.
Yeah.
But the still is right here.
Let me see.
Like, fight still. So you want me to cut it on the still, and then the second one comes.
No,
out.
yeah, no. Keep the second one out. Yeah.
Feeling my vibes. You can stay away too long.
Yeah, feel that?
I'll say it again.
You say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay
drop almost, like it give you the butter.
Yeah, don't really dance to spend. On one lifetime, I'll pretend. I ain't gotta stick out just to blend. I love you cause you beautiful inside. I ask if you feeling alright, but I buzz away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay away too long.
I don't think that it's bad at all. I'm after listening to it, I can tell you it wouldn't be my cut,
Yeah,
but I still think the cut works fine.
yeah.
I don't think that
It's more like a
I'm
rock
not.
drop. You should.
I'm not like settling. I think it still sounds good.
Yeah,
But
no doubt.
if I had all the choices,
Go ahead,
I
put
wouldn't pick
your
that one.
your key drums and all that shit in there.
I'm not. I'm saying I still like yours. I still
Yeah,
like
no
it.
doubt, no doubt, no doubt. That was just my touch on it for
Yeah.
sure.
Stay away too long. I'll fade away, be gone. Stay away all night. But you know it's never right. Yeah, I join you and say you're the pressure with me. It'll annoy you cause only I can love so deep. Trying to spoil you like milk, but I'm not too good with guilt. I'm just trying to keep it real. Yeah, I'll join you and say you're the pressure with me.
While I'm listening to, it, I'm gonna do a little fade with that ad lib and just
Yeah.
You know it's never right. Yeah, I join you and say you're the pressure with me. It'll annoy you cause only I can love so deep. Trying to spoil you like milk, but I'm not too good with guilt. I'm just trying to keep it real. Yeah, I'll join you and say you're the pressure with me. It'll annoy you cause only I can love so deep. Trying to spoil you like milk, but I'm not too good with guilt. I'm just trying to keep it real. You can stay away too long. I'll fade away, be gone. Stay away all night. You know it's never right.
I'm trying a revision of or repurposing that part that I guess the ad libs there too. So I don't know if this will work or not.
Stay away all night. You know it's never right.
I think for a substantial amount of your viewers, that little small part would be one of their favorites. And so just to have it kind of,
No doubt. If I would make it come like I know. Just be singing little next to myself and shit. Like, I know.
What's the name of the song? I know.
I know. What's the fucking name of that? I say this once again.
Like
you. So I know to don't go.
So,
Trying to spoil you like milk, but I'm not too good with guilt. I'm just trying to keep it real. You can stay away too long. You can stay
alright, too fast.
You can stay away. You You can stay away too long. You can stay away too long. You can stay away too long. Just tryna keep it real. You can stay away too long.
Talk to me about that.
Mhm.
Like I was trying like a short one, like pa pa
Yeah,
pa,
like,
but then but it retains the on the
but
double,
yeah,
but only on the main, so it's there, but it's.
yeah, I like it.
Good
I
morning,
understand what
bro.
you're doing.
Good to see you on the broadcast, man. Good to have some positive vibes, bro.
I'm just tryna keep it real. You can stay away too long. I'm just, you can stay.
Let's see if this lends itself to it, or if it's gonna be.
You can stay.
Pickle Rick.
Keep it real. You can stay away too. You can stay away too.
It's got the drum. Maybe cut up.
You can stay away too long. You can stay away too.
I don't know if it's too much for just that effect.
It's sweet. It's sweet.
You can stay away too long. You can stay away too long.
I'm just,
I'm just tryna keep it real. You can stay away too long. I'ma fade away, be gone way too long. Just tryna keep it real. You can stay away too long. I'ma fade away, be gone. Stay away. Tryna spoil you like you, but I'm not too good with you. I'm just tryna keep it real. You can stay away too long.
I think that perhaps if you like the DJ sound on that thing, if not, I'm just gonna take it off. However, I think that maybe like a speed back in, ramp in.
Yeah.
That would probably sound better than the chops. And did I just erase the whole
Yeah.
thing or something?
Check it good.
Interesting.
It happens at 5 in the morning.
It never happens. This never happened.
I think I'm gonna shave my head bald when I get home.
Professor X?
Yeah, man.
What would Martin Luther King look like if he was bald?
That's a trick question, nigga. Am I supposed to be saving the world?
I gotta write that down for my. I gotta write that down for the debate show, bro. Where my phone at, bro? That is so funny. I came up with. I came up with. I came up. I came up with this debate show,
Yeah.
and I didn't think about it, but maybe I should
keep my shit there. Shit.
Martin Luther King would have looked better as a bald man. Period. So the idea behind that show is that there aren't with debates there aren't questions. Red versus blue. Well, I mean, one person could be on, but the point is somebody's pro and the other one's con. So on my show, a random statement. God damn it. On my show, a random statement like that will come up, and one person will have to be pro, regardless of whether he believes that or not.
Right.
So the idea of someone just randomly getting Martin Luther King would look better as a bald man. Yeah, then he immediately has to jump into the pros, and the other dude would have a pretty easy time probably doing the cons. But it's a pretty good show idea. I'm planning on doing that.
You can stay.
Let's give a full listen. Make sure there's no.
Okay.
Where is this at? I just want to cut it real quick so we can keep moving forward.
The focus.
Is that just before that line?
Focus. Yeah. Damaged little man.
You ain't been alright. I'm a damaged little man. Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. You know I'd rather dance this bad.
You heard it, little man.
I can feel your focus. You know I'm not lying.
Yeah, that focus, yeah.
Delete that.
I can feel your focus. You know I'm not lying. You ain't been alright. I'm a damaged little man. Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. You know I'd rather dance this bad. One lifetime, I'm pretend. I ain't gotta stick on.
Comes in too quick.
Sounds sweet, though.
Yeah, you know I'd rather dance this bad. One lifetime, I'm pretend. I ain't gotta stick on just to blend. I love you cause you beautiful inside. I ask if you feeling alright, but I wasn't aware if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. You can stay away too long. I'ma fade away, be gone. Stay away all night. You know it's never right. Yeah, I join you and say all the pressure with me. It annoy you cause only I can love so deep. Tryna spoil you like milk, but I'm not so good with guilt. I'm just tryna keep it real. Yeah, I join you and say all the pressure with me. It annoy you cause only I can love so deep. Tryna spoil you like milk, but I'm not too good with guilt. I'm just tryna keep it real. Yeah, I join you and say all the pressure with me. It annoy you cause only I can love so deep. Tryna spoil you cause only I can love so deep. Tryna spoil you like milk, but I'm not too good with guilt. I'm just tryna keep it real. You can stay away too long. I'ma fade away, be gone.
It's only gonna play 30 seconds of it because it's just a demo. Right, cut right into that. Okay, let's see where this nigga going.
So I'm gonna put it on the float. This P show ain't shit. Fuck this shit.
All right, but you see what I'm doing over there?
Yeah.
Might have
He said, as you can see by my phone going off, I'm a
yeah,
busy person.
that shit pissed me off right there immediately.
Really, nigga.
Immediately got hot off that one.
You looking at this nigga like, nigga. Hey, you should have the shit to zoom into your face and the little cricket like. He's
See,
like
that's the only
the
part where like
blooper ones.
it's definitely part of my character. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Part of my thing, but at the same time, it's too much work.
Yeah, I feel you.
Because the interview itself is already like 15 minutes. You know, the only thing that sucks about those Instagram versions of those videos is that they only allow you to do 10 minutes. So I had to chop that 15-minute. Like I already chopped it to make it 15. It's only YouTube right now. It's a perfect 15-minute interview. Well, not perfect, but it's the length it's supposed to be. So then I had to take that and then like, oh fuck. So I had to hurry up and like I hurried up, dude. I did a quick. I chopped 5 minutes out the interview and just
Yeah.
in select parts, not just one. I wasn't lazy, but it's definitely was something I was trying to do quick.
Right. Makes sense.
And you got any new stuff going on with you?
Rebranding, bro. I could use some help, but I'm just, start with the music that I really want to reach with right now. So,
What do you think about an episode
episode,
like that?
I think yes, and I think no, because I think this because I don't feel, I don't know, I like, I guess any promo is good promo, but I don't know, like, how to go about it. Should I just, like, some songs together, do a fucking website up? I'm trying to figure out how to, more into selling. That's what I was talking to a lot of friends about these last few days was about selling music. You know what I mean? And I'm like, we going to the interview and I'm not even like fully branded properly and shit. It's just gonna be a bunch of scattered links everywhere. I get tired of that. That's all.
Well, I definitely would say that if you don't feel like you're ready or have anything relevant to say, then what I'm saying we could definitely save it. It was just an idea I'm feeling like
Yeah,
something
no,
I'm
I
gonna
think
try.
it's a good idea, but I don't have anything really that relevant other than making music. But I like how you did the song though. It's dope though. I'm glad that you up and available. It's just crazy. You know what I mean? Even though you market yourself as being up all day. But that ain't the point. It's like you available when somebody wants to record, so that's just crazy though.
I wouldn't have recorded
I
anybody.
know you would. That's because I was just thinking to myself, like, I don't be trying to pick up the phone for niggas. And then I'm like, yeah, but if it was somebody that I know, like, personally, then I would. You know what I mean? But yeah, 553, you're real, nigga. You have reached Peter Promo production. Please leave a tone after the beep.
Alright, know what time it is.
That's why I appreciate it, man.
Last time you
Hey,
were,
Dos Quattro. My bad.
last time you were here, you had We have a couple pictures of you on the widescreen.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
do want to start taking more pictures though. Maybe I should shave my head first. Get real serious with this shit.
Professor X, man.
Bro, I'm about to hit so many push-ups and just shave my shit.
Oh,
I
so
might,
you trying to go like One Punch Man?
yeah, I might get a tattoo on my face that says functioning.
Functioning. Is it ironic?
It's just spontaneous. I'm glad I ain't got that on my face right now.
Who?
The tattoo man, he probably be doing that shit right now. Hold on, nigga. Change that shit to forever, cause this shit ain't covered up, obviously.
I saw this show on Snapchat because I was taking a shit,
Yeah,
and I decided to look through Snapchat, and one of them was called, I think it's from MTV. It's called uh, something like "When is it tattoo far?" Like when is it too far? When is it tattoo far? And it's basically like two people, like friends or something. I don't know. I only saw this one episode, and I was fast forwarding through it. But like, um, essentially like Snooki from MTV and like some other guy, I don't know who the fuck he is. They got this special like two tattoo barber, two tattoo stylists or whatever,
yeah,
and then the people come in and they say something story like about like we've been best friends for 15 years. One dude was like gay as fuck and he was tall and skinny and super duper like ridiculously like tan. Another chick was kind of frumpy and kind of had some extra cushion on her and stuff like that. But I guess they were best friends for 15 years, but they was like beefing, but like not enough for what they did. And the idea of the thing is like the one person gets to design the tattoo that the other person has to get, and vice versa. So they get the tattoo number without seeing it. They got special glasses on, they can't see it, and they got a curtain over it so they can't see it. And then at the end, like while they're doing it, the tattoo is like, "Yo, this is like the worst tattoo I've ever done for somebody before." She's like, "Oh my god, I'm crying!" Like. So then, like they did the reveal at the end, and the dude pulled his shirt up, and he right on his like, by his dick, but like on his hip or whatever, he got decent size, and it said fraud. Like yeah, it was
Oh,
like,
oh,
like it was like a fake spray tan stuff, making it darker and saying fraud on there. And you gotta wear that bitch, I mean, unless you get it covered up. He got hot and like I don't have no sympathy for what I did for you. But then like they're like when she got up and she saw the glasses on, she like listen, like your life is about to change forever after you see this. Like shit is. I'm thinking like what the fuck. So then like they revealed the shit and like hers was like a phone screen with a date schedule for the day, and it was like 10 a.m. blowjob appointment, 12 a.m. Um, try to fuck my hot neighbor, 4 p.m. Give up the pussy, 5 p.m. try anal, and like they had emojis next to them and shit like that. It was like the tattoo was like this big.
it was a flat screen. I
Huh.
mean,
It was like a phone.
like this type of phone.
Yeah, but it's like it was like this big, and it was like on her, like it's like a tramp stamp. It's on the back of her. It's talking about try anal, fuck the hot guy, dick appointment, sucking dick, like all these emojis. It was like
Wow, getting
she
married today.
broke down, bro. So everyone's gonna think I'm a slut. So that's why I am you a slut. I'm just a slut. Like, well, you be asking me to make these dick appointments. Like, that's what you make me feel. That shit is old. You need to get over that. Like, all right, maybe she need to get over it, but that's not the way.
Yikes.
Put that bitch on her back, like where this tramp stamp is, and it's big. It's like a tablet
Shame on the
size.
dude that drew that shit.
Doug, when he was doing it, he was like, bro, this is the worst. It was a chick doing hers. It was a dude doing his. Like, this is the worst thing I've ever done in my life as a tattoo artist. So I was like, wow. I couldn't see it when she was doing it, but man, when that reveal happened, woo!
That's wild, man.
I've seen some people with some pretty ridiculous tattoos, but that I don't even know if I could fuck a bitch. If I was about to fuck a bitch and I seen that tattoo,
Mm. The
like
instant
man,
smell,
you know what, my
smell, pussy just started smelling funny.
just yeah, everything. The room start melting. I'm on some acid and shit.
You got herpes on your pinkies.
It would be weird. I couldn't fuck a bitch who had a schedule of fucking different niggas and anal and all this other shit. Like, damn, man, old boy did her dirty, bro.
Nothing to hide.
I don't know if there's any. I'm sure there's other episodes, but I don't know. Mexicat. What up, dog? You ever make a bunch of food because you're spontaneously hungry, and then once the food's done, you realize that it was just spontaneous. You're not hungry at all.
Yes, bro. That's how I feel when I stop at fucking McDonald's or Coney Island.
Mickey D's and Nicky D's. Check your email so you got that.
I got it.
You got my phone still?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Oh, look at that wheel page. I didn't even know he was on the ground. Wait, I should have known.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, but you would think that he had more promotion for the album coming out. You see, he put the one video I made for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, put your information. Like, all it says is Will Juno on his thing on his bio. It should say like coming out August da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, man.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, I'm a victim of it too, bro. Like you gotta come correct, bro. Otherwise, you just be floppy out here, and it just lower your momentum that you're trying to strive with. You know what I mean? That's why I'm just like,
Man, I hear it, and I don't want nobody to, but I don't know, man. I just want people to be successful, but it's like, god damn, man,
you
I don't
gotta
know.
wonder yourself.
Yeah. I'm in Boulder City now. It's right outside Vegas, next to Lake Mead, Lake Mead, Lake Mead. What's it? Oh.
I get mad like you, sad like you, in my bag like you. Used to drag like you, play the back like you, just how loners do. Try to reverse the roles. It's a girl out in the snow. Crying nice tears. Somehow I can still. You can stay away too long. I might fade away, be gone.
This town is built to win.
Stay
This
away
town's
all
built to
night.
win.
But you know it's never right. I can read your faces. I can see your mind. I can feel your focus. You know I'm not lying. When you ain't been alright. I'm a damaged little man. Yeah, my head's so lost. Disappear on my plans again. No, I'd rather dance this bad. One lifetime, I'll pretend. I ain't gotta stay gone just to blend. I love you cause you beautiful inside. I ask if you feeling alright. But I buzz away if you say bye. I hope that you feeling my vibes. Yeah. You can stay away too long. I might fade away, be gone. Stay away all night.
Well, you see that snippet of that show idea, well, of the podcast. When we get some time later on, I'll show you more ideas with that debater show, bro. I think that you would definitely be good as one of the guest people who comes on there, and Johan. You're one of the guests that comes on there and does. They're the ones who have to convince you. You know what I'm saying? So a statement is made, but you'll be the one who's basically you're almost like a producer. Like as a guest, you're like a producer because you're gonna make sure that you list off the statements or whatever, and then there'll be a separate camera on you as the guest of that episode, where the two people who are on pros and cons for each subject, at the end of that one subject, you gotta choose the winner. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. That'd be dope.
Hmm. I think the argumentative side. I don't know if you feel, you know what I'm saying. I don't know how you feel about yourself as far as that, because I can tell you that from the demo episode it did, it gets hot. You know what I'm saying. But more importantly than anything, it's like you gotta be someone who considers yourself a devil's advocate, someone who considers yourself a contrarian, someone who feels like you can win every argument. You know what I'm saying. And for the people that I know who don't relate with that, it's still good to try have those as guests as the I don't want to say mediator, because you don't really control it. You just basically you control who wins each round. You know what I'm saying? Because it's based off of what they say or what you. It's basically you just choose if they made a compelling argument, and you choose who had the best one.
Yeah.
And then at the end, and then it's like a bonus round, and you know if you lost a bunch of points from losing other rounds, this final boss fight round is like a little literal cut the other nigga off debate. Whereas the other ones are like 30 seconds, no cut off, no nothing. You know what I'm saying? You can't cut the other person off. And in that final round, niggas can do one subject and niggas can make a bunch of points. And then you know, whoever wins that gets like 30 points extra or some shit like that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna set it up the same way that those podcast things are set up. One mic's gonna be this way, one mic's gonna be this way. Boom, both people sit. The guest producer's gonna be off camera, and then I don't know. Concept is gonna be fucking dope though.
What's wrong with it?
I just gotta get people together to do it, and it requires 3 people.
Right. So let's get.
So it's like,
three people anything.
well, I mean, it's like I did, but then the one nigga I did with, he got so mad because I don't know, man. He got real mad. The nigga got so mad he didn't want to talk to me no more. Like he,
Off of the show.
yeah, man. We were just doing a pilot episode, just a
I
test.
believe that. You got some emotional people in your life.
I just did a test episode, just a test. You know, it's the pilot episode. You know what I'm saying? And the nigga lost the round so bad that the nigga,
You got it filled?
yeah. But you know, like the nigga, he lived 4 blocks away, right? This nigga, I was like, "Cuz, you want me to take you home, bro?" He did not want to answer. This nigga came to the back here, bro, for a whole hour and didn't say nothing to me. I heard him on the phone. This nigga called for a cab. He didn't call for a lift. He did not call for an Uber, bro. This nigga called for a fucking cab, bro, to take him 4 blocks down the street because he was that hot over losing the argument to me, bro.
Get out of here.
It was the funniest shit ever, but I ain't gonna upload it because I don't want to be disrespectful and have a nigga.
No doubt. It's
But
already live.
no, we didn't film that live. We filmed it, but not on the stream. We just filmed it with the camera and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm talking about now.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, no, I feel you, bro. That's respectful. That's
Somebody
silly.
knows.
That means it's gonna be a good show.
That's hey, bro. If I tore a nigga down like that, bro, I know. And I wasn't even going. I was half cocked, bro. But the question or the statement was, pizzas are better as squares than triangles. So I just started going ham on it. You know what I'm saying? I started breaking down why triangles was stupid. Then when it was his turn, he was like, wait, but you didn't even you didn't even say nothing about squares. You off subject. I'm like, okay, just go. He's like, you know, you cut a pizza, you get circle pizza, you cut it in, you got triangles right there. So he made it halfway. You know, I was like, okay, I just went ham on that. And then when it was his next turn, he's like, see, but you ain't answered the question right. You ain't answered the question. Like, it's not a question, cuz just do your part. Don't worry about, like, look, if you debating, don't worry about whether I fucked up or not. Just do your debate and win your argument. Don't matter if I answered right or if I, you know what I'm saying? There's no answers. It's a debate. It's a statement. It's not a question. So, the nigga was just tripping about that shit, man. And he went, man, that's why I can't work. That's why I can't work with you. That's why I can't work with you, P. And he just got up and just stormed off. It was funny, bro. He was all in his emotions, but yeah, it made for good TV. Like as I watch it back, I'm like, damn, bro, this nigga got hot, and I feel like that's what the show is gonna be. Because people who feel like they can debate.
Follow him to the back like Jerry Springer.
Where you going? Where you going, bro?
They come from my face.
I have a big ass thing and be like, KO!
Niggas running out their backyard. Nigga.
Right.
Straight to that nigga. No, take the clothes off.
Niggas
You can't leave the room without tripping, nigga.
put some sock in a shoe or put some soap in a sock and start beating that nigga with the sock and shit. Military style. Fuck. Did you guys enjoy the music? Mike, you got anything to say? Yeah, this town built Hoover Dam. This town built Hoover Dam. You guys got anything to say to my guy? JuneBaby. Say it now, Frap Hold the Fish.
Appreciate y'all tuning in.
I appreciate it. Don't you know that love is sweet? Last night I bought Adobe Creative Cloud. I don't know if you hip with that. Shit, it's hot. How is it hot? Does it feel hot in here?
No,
Okay.
I got on a leather jacket. I mean, I worked in this jacket all day doing coat check.
Yeah.
It was like, you ain't hot? I'm like, yeah, I'm hot. But I ain't taking this jacket off.
It's a nice jacket. Coat check, nigga. Coat check, nigga.
Coat check with a fucking leather jacket and a walkie-talkie the whole day. It was like, who the fuck is this? Security or coat check?
Coat check, nigga. Take this shit off.
Looked like I was club coat check.
I like this shit, bro. Yeah. Coat check, nigga.
You get it back?
Coat check, nigga.
Give me your ticket. You get your jacket.
Leave your name and address. I'll send it to you when I'm done with it.
This dude couldn't get his coat back. He was in the back trying to run through the coats and shit. That shit was wild. When somebody put his coat in the wrong place, like a silly person. Well, here I go. Being Captain Saver, bro. This chick from school. Ain't got no car, needed help with the kids to ride to school. Asked me, can I? Sound like a setup. I'm going to get my ass kicked.
What's the problem? Somebody asked you to take their kid to school?
Yeah.
A guy or a girl?
Girl.
Is she going to work after that? Is she driving with you to take the kid?
Of course.
I
Little kids like that.
Wayne, man, thank you, man.
Get in the car too. She just go to sleep. What the fuck you think this is? They just stay on the street. I trust you.
Bro, you
Hell no, I don't trust me. I'll take these kids to the mall and drop them off. Come pick them up from McComb, from Diggs.
Hey, you can stab and all you gotta do is take some kids to school. Go ahead and jump on that, bro.
I'm already up, so she caught me at a good time. I was posting shit online.
Yes, you can.
That'd be cool. I like to look out. I'm lightweight trying to see some female anyway. Like not trying. I'm like walking on a thin line with these girls. Like I want to look at them, but I don't want to do that with them.
First of all, as a man, it's our God-given right to look at women.
Exactly. That's what I'm doing. I'm just stretching out the rest of the night while I got it.
And second of all, it's no longer night; it's daytime.
It's my night.
It's my night. Okay.
That damn commercial. I was listening to the Breakfast Club dude was on there like yeah, I made all them songs. Y'all remember me? Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. He's like, y'all, man, y'all, they was laughing. He's like, everyone, come 1-800. Like he started singing all the jingles.
I gotta check out my account here for a second. I might have to buy it.
No, you good, bro. I'm about to slide. You good? It's your beat.
Yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? It's I think niggas gotta know the sample to really feel it the way I feel it, but even if you don't know the sample, don't really.
Yeah, but it's hard. It's crazy.
Dancing, you know, I'm about to get it. My debt, nigga, I'm about to put it. Hey, hey, you hear what I say? I'm gonna sit, nigga, I don't know how to play. I'm gonna do, nigga, every single day. Nigga, think of that way, cause I am going down. Niggas know how I found out you know what I feel. I'm already on your fucking I will be your fuck. If you know I'm gonna fuck this again. I cannot eat different things. Yeah.
What is the sample from? Some older movie?
Yeah, it's from an older song called Summer in the City. In the summer, in the city, in the summer, in the city. It'd be like, cool cat, living in the city, walking around town singing good and pretty. Cool down, living.
I don't think I heard that one before.
Walk around, people looking happy, looking
I could definitely see myself ripping it.
I had this song that I have because it's like a unique beat, and I want to do a story to it to where like a guy and a girl can have like some kind of beef or something like that. I can think about writing it and then just having two, rappers, a guy and a girl do it, but I was like, I got money to make, so I mean, it's still a good idea. It's still something I want to do, but it's just like I don't know when I have time to write a goddamn song. But the song, the beat that I'm talking about it for is like it's kind of intense. It's kind of got a lot going on.
Nice.
But if I feel like if I put it in the hands of a woman, and a male artist, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Yeah.
Not because I think that people suck around me, but like I have an idea of what I want it to be and shit. So if it's not that, then I feel like people are not gonna like my voice when I tell them no. Like, well, bro, you can
We dare, bro. It's the test of I had to tell my aunt no. She wanted to park her car in my crib. She got it at my mama's house. She moved. It's just situation that went down. And she just like, how people just like, she ain't paying no rent at all. And it's like,
So she wanna park in the driveway?
because she ain't got no tags on it.
Oh well, I mean that's the thing.
Huh?
I said, well, I guess I understand that. That's a thing. She, you in the white people neighborhood, so.
But it's like, you know what I mean? Like, at this
It's
point,
inconvenient.
yeah, it's the inconvenience for me because then I gotta have a dead car in my driveway when I use my space. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got a car in my driveway. My brother parking the street, and then I got my garage that ain't no telling what I'm doing. I might sand down and dresser and paint that bitch, and I need all space that I can get. So, long moral of the story is, I don't give a fuck. Even family, like I love you, but I'm not about to fucking say yes to everything no more.
Well, the benefit of my situation is that I don't really have that type of relationship with my family, so motherfuckers know not to come at me with that shit.
That's so cold, Iceman. Iceman P, that's so
It ain't
cold.
cold. Okay. I can't get this goddamn blunt to close. I'm so fucking angry.
I'm about to get it out, brother.
This is my story about Vegas to try to help motivate a friend of mine to, use his days, you know what I'm saying? Like if somebody give you an opportunity or something like that, you never know what the fuck's gonna happen. So like you gotta use each day as an opportunity, you know what I'm saying? When it's in, like when you like as a person like you in your own house and doing your own thing, that's one thing. But like if you a nigga who like a nigga looking out for you, or you don't know what tomorrow gonna bring and what the next day and shit like that. Right. Can't be about playing video games and smoking weed and you know what I'm saying. Like every time, like a nigga like you stay in his house or something like that because you on your knuckles. There's only time to be great, man. Ain't no time for lackadaisy. Ain't no time for depression. Ain't no time for none of that shit, bro. A nigga put their neck out for you, or whatever the situation. You get too lackadaisical and feeling like shit is good, and you'll fucking wind up and be on your ass and wonder like, man, I was out here for some months, and I ain't really got nothing to show. I ain't meet no people. I didn't, because I thought it was gonna be blah 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? But I got nobody to blame but myself because. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I went through that. I with my boys, a few of them, but one in particular that was really close, and I couldn't let him slide, bro. You know what I mean?
Slide what?
Like staying with me and not doing shit.
I told my nigga that LS, they'll be like, look, I don't want no money. Because first of all,
same.
If you give me money, you ain't never gonna leave.
Right.
Because you barely, if you need to stay at your friend's house, you fucking up in life.
Yeah.
It's okay. We all get there. I was homeless. I lived in my car. I lived in other people's car. Point is, you got to get out of that. When I was trapped in Vegas and then I was trapped on the West Coast and I didn't know how the fuck I was going to get back, I finagled some shit. I didn't rip nobody off. I just cut a deal between StudioTime and videos. I said, okay, if you give me the money up front, then I'll give you a discount. And you pay it all right now, you know what I'm saying? So I got the money for tags for my car. There ain't no tag. Not tags, insurance. Insurance for the car, gas to travel 300 and something miles. You know what I'm saying? I was fucking terrified to drive, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, I was terrified. I was like, I was about to realize, I was about to make my life on the West Coast because I just refused to drive back to Detroit. Like, I refused.
It's a big drive.
Bro, those mountains psychologically fucked me up for like.
It's like standing on a building, like at the edge, looking down.
I'm talking about driving on those bitches.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't stand on them bitches, man.
But driving past them, period, it just feel weird. I'm good, thank
It was just a weird feeling, man. Like I said, bro, I never drove my entire life. I haven't drove more than 30 minutes, and I went from that to driving 30 hours. From 30 minutes to 30, and I was just like,
to the brother that did it too.
yeah, all right.
I did Texas, the bottom of Texas,
Mm.
in one whip, one ride. But yours was bigger though. Honestly.
I drove on the top of Texas to get home. I didn't drive through Texas to get there, but on the way back, I drove to the top, and it was snowing in Texas. I couldn't believe that. Snowing to where I was driving, it was like one of those long roads where it's like kind of like a U, and like it was snowing so hard you couldn't see in front of you in Texas. I couldn't believe that shit, bro. But I gotta say, man, I think if you're a driver, it probably wouldn't hit you as hard. But me, bro, those mountains changed me, bro. When I was going to Vegas, I stopped in my first mountain, literal and figurative, was in Colorado, the Rocky Mountains. And man, when I got there, bro, I almost didn't make it to Vegas. Like I was in the parking lot of Walmart. Like I could turn around. I could turn around right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm not there yet. I'm halfway. Man, like when like bro, I was hitting the brakes. I'm hitting the brakes and I'm still doing 45. Like I'm going boop boop boop, hitting the brakes to both feet, boop, still doing 45 going down here. I'm like, okay, I got this, I got this, I got this, I got it. And I had it. But bro, anybody around me could have died because I could have just, bro. I didn't know about second gear, not gears, but like you got drive and then you got something else called like 2 or 1. That's what you're supposed to be driving in. Again, I haven't driven more than 30 minutes. Mount Clemens to Detroit. What the, you know, that's the furthest I drove. Mount Clemens to Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
Straight to Cali.
It's straight to Cali, bro, or to
Nigga,
Vegas,
not to
bro.
Chicago, not to.
But I'm not gonna lie, bro. I stayed. I prolonged the trip for about 4 hours. I was in the parking lot for 4 hours, rethinking my whole life, like, bro. Because I knew it was only gonna get worse. I had to go through Arizona. I had to go through Utah. I had to. Oh my god, dude!
Make you a man.
It made me a bitch. That's what it made me. It was a bitch. That shit made me a bitch.
Oh, do the opposite, yeah.
And when it came to like, that's why I'm glad I had all my stuff. I had my speakers, my computer, my monitor, my camera, my tripod. Like I had everything that was me. Fuck the couches, fuck the bed. I had a blow up bed. I think my man's hooked me up with the blow up bed because I didn't have shit, bro. I had my life in my car.
Yeah.
And I was like, look, I got all the tools that I need to make money. I'll just live in LA. I'll be broke. Like, think about this. Like, had I not have had help to get me back there, I would have been a bum in LA in my car. And you know me, I would have infestated something, and I would have just people like, oh, and then I'd have just, and this whole trajectory would have been completely different if I'd have just stayed out there in LA.
Same for New York.
Right.
It brings you back, but you can always leave it, man.
But I was only there for like, I was there. You went to New York, and I don't know why you went, but I was in LA. Well, it wasn't LA. It was San Diego. San Diego, what I believe means a whale's vagina. It basically was like a month of terror mode, where I didn't know where I was gonna get any money. I'm the type of nigga where I'm not gonna take no money from nobody. I mean, but at that point, even though I'm not the type of nigga to take no money, I was like, man, like my man's from high school. He looked out for me, man. Let me stay there. And then here's the fucked up thing, right? I'm kind of like devious and shit like that. So I felt like a vibe. So that this long hallway, it's like this long hall. It's like this long. It's like this to get to the door to get out, right? But then when you walk in, there's a room right here, kitchen's on that corner. Then you're in the living room. So I left the living room, and the one dude who let me stay there, and his roommate is there. And I went in and something told me. So, I guess I was being, whatever. But I opened the door and then closed it, and then I just in case anybody saw me, I was doing this. I got my car keys. I got my car keys. And while I was doing that, the nigga was like, "Man, things are weird, bro. Things are weird now, bro. Like I don't know. You get that feeling, like I don't know." And I was just like, so then now I knew that the niggas that was letting me stay there didn't even fuck with me like that. So then I was really feeling like a burden, and I was really feeling like fuck it, man. Like I'm stuck. I made a decision. I came out here. I'm stuck, and that's where I came up with synergy. That's where I came up with the glasses. That's where I came up with everything, man. I came up with a fucking plan, bro. I don't understand. I was out there for not even a month. I was there for like 3 weeks, and bro, I tell you what, that nigga parents came out to see him. And we went to the motel that they were staying at to say we're a hotel, whatever. Say what's up. And his parents was like, listen, don't tell them that we did this. And they slid me $2 and shit like that, man. And I was like, fuck, man. And it had me thinking, like, motherfuckers be in their 30s and shit like that. But once you get, like, when you think about movies, like, once you in your 40s, once you in your 30s, you can die. Like, if there's a 17-year-old in you, sorry, you can die. You know what I'm saying? So like in real life,
he ain't even lived yet.
hey, but it'd be like a 28-year-old on his knuckles or a 24-year-old or something like that. But if you're 40, you gotta help them niggas out. Cause nigga, you a grown at 40 years old. Nigga, what you mean? You don't got, you know what I'm saying? There's been times where some of my niggas and I'm like, here man, hopefully this helps.
Right.
And that's very rare for me.
Yeah, I'm still at the 20-yard line.
I be feeling like nobody gave me no handouts. I feel like nobody gave me no handouts,
Same.
so I be feeling like I'm not giving nobody no handouts
bro.
because
I'm
It's not even. It's like I feel like I've achieved this level of
mentally.
greatness because niggas didn't look out for me, and I got here on my own.
Bro.
Now
It's natural, right?
it may feel contradictory to say that, you know what I'm saying, homeboy's parents gave me $2, and I'm not gonna say that's not a lookout, but I mean yeah, if she wouldn't have gave me that money, I don't know how I was gonna eat. But you know what? I'd have my microphone and some speakers, and I'd start beatboxing out in the corner, and it made $80 downtown somewhere. Like you can't. I don't understand.
Pressure bust diamonds.
That's why I feel like when I be trying to give niggas opportunities and they don't
Yeah.
take advantage of it, it irks me
Yeah.
because I don't understand the non-hustle. I don't understand it. It literally don't make sense. Like a motherfucker say, "Yeah, man, I like fucking kids, bro." What are you talking about? Yeah, bro, I just like it's got to be little boys, little girl. Like I don't understand that. And like when niggas don't hustle or when niggas are in a situation and they bad, and then somebody show them some love and then they don't be out of that shit, I don't understand it.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I think they don't understand it either. Speaking on me, because I've been in every situation, and that's why you don't accept every situation. Like you can ask a lot of niggas to do shit, and they gonna accept it because they feel like it's the right thing to do, but they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah, I mean I've been there too, where I've gotten something and
I
not know
think
what
that's
the
the
fuck is going on.
majority of people. You know what I mean? Like somebody don't want to waste your time. You know what I mean? They want to come correct. That's how I personally feel. I just want to come correct, bro. I've been doing making this music for as long as we know each
Yeah.
other. So it's like, where do I set the point of a real brand that can make some money and fuel people around me too, so we can keep the ball rolling. You know what I mean? I gotta get that momentum up again. It's like I can't come here and get a hot song and then don't know where the fuck I'm going with this shit again.
Yeah, I mean, you have to ask yourself what your brand is. Like, are you just a musician? Are you an entertainer? Like, what are the different streams of income that your brand
Right.
can bring? Whether you can host shows, because whatever you, and then like say, okay, I can make money off those, but what are the main three? And then just focus on those three. And then the other things, yeah, like every once in a while, somebody has me do a design for them. But do I'm out there saying, yo, I can do your designs? Like no, because if they come to me, I'm gonna hook them up. But that's not where my main money come from, and I'm gonna focus on those things and be great at those things because the other things that I can do, I rather let a nigga that do those things. He do designs. All right, boom, let him do that. But if a nigga do come to me, he gonna be afternoon delight. He gonna be, you know what I'm saying, skyrockets in flight.
Right. No doubt.
But I still don't want to get in the way of a nigga who actually do this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I've done 6 weddings. If a nigga want me to do his wedding, oh yeah, I'm the right guy to go to. Is there a guy who does nothing but those and he knows exactly how to da da da? Probably, but I mean, I've done enough weddings to where I got experience. I'm not gonna feel bad about getting a wedding job because I know what the fuck to do.
Right.
I know how to ask questions. I know. So how you feeling about today? You have any second doubts about it? You know what I'm saying? I know how to get into shit. I know how to get the sneaky questions. Man,
Yeah. I dig you though, bro.
you know what I'm saying? But I don't want to get in the way of niggas who. That's why with the beats too. If a nigga asks me for a beat, I'm like, bet. When a nigga say, bro, do you do beats? I say, bro, you know what? I can. I just let niggas who really do that shit do it. But if you fuck with me, I'm gonna leave you satisfied. You're gonna be more than satisfied. But you know, you ask me if I do them, I'm not going front. I don't.
100%. Yeah. Same. I feel that, bro.
There's
I'm
niggas.
humble with my shit too.
There's niggas that make 5 beats a day because that's all they do. Okay, I'm gonna let them shine. I don't even want to take the.
Yeah, they want that,
You know what I'm saying? Because the time I'm trying to invest in other little things that I'm really never gonna try to get the best at. Okay, well you taking shine away from what you should be
Right.
saying. This is who I am. This is what I do. You know what
That's
I'm saying?
focus. That's the way, bro. That's what I'm fucking with. Band people. I'm collabing right now with
Band
with
people.
with people like in bands that are up and coming and still want to play with other people.
Yeah.
So that's why I feel like that's a good intro to what I'm doing right now. It's like they can cover my song and I'll sing on the side and let them do their little doo wop along with it, and we both getting promo along with a good ass song too. You know what I mean? Like they could take this song per se that we just recorded and sing it themselves.
Mm.
And if that shit just went crazy, then it's like that's a foot in the door also. You know what I mean?
I think that I've always been good at like manipulating a situation to where everybody can feel good, but I know how to make it to where I'm not gonna pay for shit. And I wanted a band, so I had. It's like you find like okay, these guys need exposure. I'm good at creating exposure.
Yeah.
And then I need a band, but I don't want them to know I need them. So I'll say, oh, I got this opportunity if you want to do, you know what I'm saying? And I just finagle shit. I mean, I did this
I think it was the first Mount Clemens Hip Hop Awards I did.
Yeah.
And as the I just remember thinking like I got the curtains, I got this giant theater. It would be dope if between the acceptances and shit like that, I had a band just doing or whatever they wanted to do.
No doubt.
And I just got a little band, and there was like 800 people at that first one.
Bro.
So it was.
Oh, I got the price for the Fillmore.
Oh, what's the ticket?
30,000.
Well, I'm never doing that.
Don't say never, bro. We have some real money eventually.
It's not about that. I mean, for 30,000, you know what I get? Fuck a Fillmore, bro. I get the Emerald for 5,000.
Right.
Do the same thing, and then have 25 to do some other.
That's a different level, though. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. Like, how many people can fit in Fillmore?
A little over 2,000.
Emerald is 2,000.
Yeah.
So I just feel like.
Yeah, it's definitely the name, and it has a bar attached to it. And
I feel like because
it's
of my
similar
name.
as hell.
I feel like because of my name,
It's better over there.
it'll be more semblance.
Yeah. I'm down too.
Symbolism.
I like the Fillmore, but it ain't that hot to me.
I'm saying for 30,000 is this what I'm saying? Is it better than Emerald? Yeah. Is it more exclusive? Yes. But is it 6 times the Emerald?
Well, is you not paying for security at the Emerald?
Yeah, that 5,000 pays for security. And all
Okay.
that. Well, that was the old shit. So maybe with the new owner, you have to pay for all. You know what I'm saying? But the bar comes included.
Yeah.
It's got the balcony boys. They got a whole. They redid the rock room, so it's like a whole new rock room. It's like it's good. But again, I'm just looking at that number: 5,000 for the Emerald, 30,000 for the Fillmore.
Yeah, it's like 25, 30, crazy. Right?
I don't know if it's 6 times as good as the Emerald. If it was double the price, maybe.
Any place, really. We can get. I'm gonna check into St. Andrews because they own that too.
I'm pretty sure that's 500 for the shelter.
Really?
Maybe 750.
That's really good then. I wanna get my shit together to that level at least, and then make some noise there. Boom. And show me some love. Like, you know what? We might be able to do it for 7,000.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then fucking kill
Because I
it.
know that the insane clown posse do that shit there, and I know that they have a fucking limitless amount of people that come to fuck with them. But I don't know if they got a $30,000. Like, is ICP paying $30,000 for this venue, then promoting it, then the accompanying acts that they gotta pay and shit like that?
I think they're cutting deals, bro.
How much are the tickets to go see ICP? Are they $100?
Right. They losing.
This is what I'm saying. If it's $100 a ticket and 3,000 people show up, 3,000. That's 300,000. But I don't think everybody paying $100 a ticket.
Paying like $45.
But they would have to make 300,000 because it's 30,000 just for that. Then the promotion is gonna be like 10,000. Radio promotion is another 10,000. Paying the acts, the bus, the merch. They gonna spend 200. I mean, I don't know. They got clout, so maybe they're not getting the $30,000 ticket. They getting
I know I'm getting paid.
right.
Y'all have a good night. That's all I got to say.
That's all I got to say
All right, bro.
about that. Yeah, let me know. Check out the interview when you get a chance. If you get inspired, let me know. So what the second one out there, maybe I can do more than one week. If I can make the turnaround time fast enough, you know what I'm saying? So if that's more important, let me know. Put on the show and have a platform to say some shit. Alright, bro. Let me know if anything on this song. Here's what I think sometimes, right? Like, I don't be understanding why certain people have these things and these issues, and you know what I'm saying? Because I see myself and what I'm able to do, and I'm hard on myself, and I still feel like I'm a fucking loser, and I'm not doing all the shit that I need to be doing. I'm always hard on myself because it's like I know that I slack, I know that I bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like, why aren't other people as hard on themselves? Like, do you want me to be hard? I'll be hard on you for you if you're not hard on yourself. But let me be a dick to you. But I don't know. The thing I be thinking sometimes is like, I don't know. You see like movies and shit like that late. Um, you see movies. That's I don't know. Like, I'm trying to give you an example, and I could say something, the things that I know about, but let's just say movies. If you think of someone like Morocco Saki, aka the Shredder, right? This person has, on a mental level, he has the mental capacity to put together all these different people and put this team together to where no one's trying to overtake him because you know what I'm saying? You can't have a team full of shredders. You have the mental capacity. So now you have to figure out these other people who are like, oh yeah, what I'm saying? I'm good at this, and you know how to put all these people and all these other motherfuckers. They're not good at shit. They're good at being dumb and drunk and fucking up shit. Good. I have a plan. I have a plan where I can utilize all these other. I don't call them fuck niggas, but like niggas who planless niggas who like they looking for the next come up, and the nigga who gonna give it to them. Um, I felt a breeze of cool air, which was later accompanied by heat coming from my vent. So I thought that perhaps the door was open, which would, accommodate the cool breeze. But I guess basically when the heat came on, it came out cool before it came out hot. So 1, 2, 3, 4 count. Um, I just wanna make money. I'm just like I think that dying last year kind of fucked with my mind because I think my goals are trying to change, but it's hard to fight who I am because who I am is who I am, you know. But people can change, right? Like I know I'm pretty sure everyone out there watching has an ex girl, an ex guy, whatever. Maybe someone who just fucked you over, maybe someone who stole your identity, someone who basically has wronged you in a way to where you have ill will about these motherfuckers. And in your mind, you put them in a place where they're despicable people who deserve these awful things to happen to them. But I'm sure that somewhere, somebody out there is looking at them as a broken person. Or maybe eventually, when all those demons catch up to them, they will be a broken person and they'll need someone sensitive or someone who has the mental, uh, you know, I don't know. I was going to come off maybe in a negative light, but basically, they can facilitate the needs of this broken person. Um, maybe you look at yourself as someone who's done despicable things or someone who needs a certain type of person to help you in your life, maybe as a partner or maybe as something else. But the world, like maybe you're like a pussy, you know what I'm saying, and you need someone to really be a fucking bitch to you or a dick to you or really fuck you over so they can wake you up and go, oh shit, I'm fucking. It is other people and other people are dicks and assholes, but like I need to look at myself. You know what I'm saying? Like some people get cancer, survive it, and then because of this awful, despicable thing that happened to them, they can wake up out the matrix like, wow, I've been just going to McDonald's and doing dumb shit and just getting high every night and playing 2K and just being dumb and like living life. I'm happy at the life that because I've been every day was just a party. Every day was how can I get fucked up? Hey, I got five on it. Hey, what are you doing tonight? You think I can just crash the joke? You know what I'm saying? Every day was just yes, you're just living life and that's good, but you have nothing to show when it really accumulates at the end of this. When you think about right now, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people who don't have anything to show, but they're in the beginning or the middle or the fourth way of a 5-year plan. and the things that they will have to show are at the end of the 5 years. That's why you have a plan. You can have nothing to show until the end, but you have a plan. You know what I'm saying? So these awful things that happen to us, these awful things that people do to you, they're fucked up. No one wants to get cancer. No one wants to get their identity stolen. No one wants to get their bank account cleaned out. You know what I'm saying? No one wants to have someone come in their life and sexually touch their child. You know what I'm saying? Like you have someone and you trust them, and you trust them around your daughter, and then come to, you know what I'm saying? That's no one wants these awful things to happen, but these awful things are often catalysts for amazing things that can happen. You know, I had got into a verbal, um, you know, dispute with a friend of mine, and she was saying that, you know, it's all about being positive. It's all about being positive. You gotta be positive, 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 positive. And it's like, listen, you have to understand that you can be a proponent of positivity, but you have to also understand that you have to let negativity, and I put quotations because I don't really believe in positivity and negative, but if you are, you have to understand that, like, I know this chick, right? This chick, she donates, she like helps the poor. I don't know what you call it right now because I'm a little, but she goes to the poorhouses and she gives food, soup kitchens and shit like that. She signed up for Big Brothers Big Sisters. She helps out everybody in her family and shit like that, right? You know what I'm saying? She's always, you know, and she keeps a positive attitude, which I think is fake, but regardless, look at how amazing this person is, right? This is a positive person, but she was born of rape. Her mother was raped by an older man. She wanted nothing to do with it. That it was like, imagine, like, you might be a guy watching this. Imagine being raped. You are taking a shit in the toilet, and then Freddy Krueger just comes out, puts you up against the wall, and you know the turd, and it just fucks you. And you're like, damn, Pete, what the fuck? Okay, that for a little girl. And out of this awful, despicable, negative event, an amazing positive, not just one positive thing. No, this person who generates nothing but positivity. So you can't tell me that negativity and negative things don't have a place. You know what I'm saying? A negative thing times a negative thing, what does it equal? Oh, it equals a negative. Oh, no, it equals positive. You know what I'm saying? Now you can say a negative plus negative. You can make that argument too, and that's fair. You know, fair for you. But regardless of the fact, you yourself may be a positive person, or a person who at least tries to put positivity out there, and it's more than likely because of a negative event that happened to you. Maybe your parents, maybe something happened to your mom, maybe something happened to your dad, and because of that, you saw life in a certain light, and you said, I want to help people. I want, because I've done despicable things, or because despicable things have happened to me, I want to help people. There's a place for negative. I just use, there is no positive and negative. I'm sorry, if you believe it, then more power to you. If that gives you light and gives you direction, do it. But everything that happened has equal and opposite reactions. What's, you know, one person dies, negative for a whole family, but this nigga who runs the fucking the mortuary is getting paid. The doctor who gets paid to, you know what I'm saying? Like, everybody is eating off of this. Just like in the jungle, when a fucking animal dies, and the fucking the elephants are like, oh, because you know, memory, they got memories and shit, and they remember shit. Okay, but once that shit is over, the fucking jackals can come in and eat, and the fucking ants can clean up the mess after that. And it's the same thing in the ocean. A whale dies and it travels all the way in down to the dark water, all the way down, and all the little microorganisms. You know, everybody eats when somebody dies. And in our society, we are thinking beyond animals. So we see in other contextual levels where we have feelings involved, and yes, death is awful. You don't want to die, you know, but when you do, I don't know. Look at Trayvon Martin dying, man. That's awful. Like, again, you can say, you can dispute how, like, this is a don't talk about negative. And you're right. You're right. But look at this kid, a fucking 13. I don't know how old he was. I'm not gonna pretend to know. He had Skittles in his pocket. Well, I got Skittles in my pocket right now, and I'm a grown man. But he's a 13-year-old kid. I'm sorry to make light on a bad situation. I'm a dark person. But the point is, look at how many people it brought together. Look at the awareness that it brought to light. If you live in a world where you believe in negatives and positives, well, then understand. You can be the most positive person in the world, but understand this. Your positivity creates negativity somewhere else. You are a polar opposite of somebody else. So you can be a motherfucker like I went through. I put 97,000 positive things out there. Cool, that's cool. I'm just balancing y'all because I'm a devil's advocate. There's somebody out there doing 97,000 to balance out your positives. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe it's not 97,000 as you because you did a lot of nice little things, but someone's taking that and putting that out there, and he just like slaughtered like 17 people and shit like that. And maybe some of that is because, and I'm not putting the blame on you specifically, maybe some of that is because he sees people on Instagram and on Twitter, and in this one case, not all the killers, but one case where he can't seem to understand why you're so fucking positive. Doesn't understand it. Why? Like you don't get depressed, like your mom didn't do what she needed to do, like your dad was around for you the way he needed to, like you can get the perfect relationship, like you can't keep getting dumped, like you can't get the fucking job. So, but you're happy though. But you're happy, you know what I'm saying? And some people can look at that and look at all this positivity and be like, fuck you. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? And you think you're helping, but you're hurting. And not you're do keep doing positive stuff. Keep doing it. That's not the argument I'm making. Keep being yourself. All I'm saying is, while you think you're doing da 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 da, you're hurting somebody somewhere. And if it's not that you're hurting them, because I'm not saying your positive is hurting them, there's just people out there who are being reacted by things. You know what I'm saying? You might take a motherfucker and say, you know what? I'm about to teach you how to be a shark because, bro, I fuck with you. I love you, bro, and I want you to be successful. And so I'm gonna put some. Bro, I'm about to for the next 9 weeks. I'm about to teach you how to be a shark. I mean, not how to take things from elderly couples, not like that type of shark, but how to believe in yourself. How to say, I earn this, I deserve this, and I'm gonna go get it. And you smell blood, and where you gonna get it? And they're gonna take it, and he's gonna take that and he's gonna maybe go into the housing market. And he's gonna, you know what? And I took $5,000. I had to go get a loan from the bank. I don't have no. My credit score is like 600. I don't have shit, but my credit union would loan me $5,000. And based on what you told me, I went and got some homes that were on foreclosure and da da da. And that's one case. But this motherfucker might take it to the next level and find out how to expedite foreclosure shit and find people who are fucking up on their rent and takes them out. And you know what? He just ruined 6 different people's houses because their lives with kids, with families, because he's gonna make money doing something positive for him. For him, it's positive. He wants to make fucking money. He wants to be a fucking, you know what I'm saying? It's positive for him. But guess what? For you motherfuckers, and you can say, well, he should have paid your bill. It don't matter. They fucked up. They fucked up. And guess what? Their kids who didn't fuck up, they're gonna suffer too. Congratulations. You're doing positive things. You taught this motherfucker how to do this, and now he's out there. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm doing it facetiously. But on some real shit, fuck that shit. Yes. You did something positive. You taught you didn't give the motherfucker fish. You said, nigga, you cast this bitch out there, and then and that's how you fish, nigga. And that's how you fish. And you put a bunch of positivity out there. But that doesn't mean that shit ain't gonna turn around and boo 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 7. You know? That was me including me. What's up? 7. Save on. The idea behind it is, again, that I don't believe in positive and negative things. You know, something was fun for me, or something was, but guess what? Spending this time and trying to put some positivity in you guys is also doing negative shit because there is all kinds of fucking shit that I need to be doing that are work related that have nothing to do with the time that I'm putting in to fucking with y'all right now. And I hope that you're taking something positive from it. But the idea is, while I'm doing these things in a positive spectrum, In a negative spectrum, I'm losing time. I'm wasting time. I have things that need to be done. I have time that I need to be putting into these other things. I need to be going to sleep. So you can do all the blah, but it's blah somewhere else. So for me, it's like, don't try to do anything. Just be yourself. Do what you feel is right. And not because you're trying to be positive or you're trying to. It's because that's what you want to do. Because it's what you would bring you happiness. If you want to give a motherfucker on the street $5, a nigga like me is gonna be like, okay, he's gonna spend it on crack. He's gonna spend it on crack. But to me, I'm like, hey, if that's what you want to do, cool. Help that motherfucker out. You know what I'm saying? I'm always gonna see these, you know, it's not that I'm seeing the worst in people, at least for my psyche. It's not that I'm seeing the worst in people. I see the realities in things. You know what I'm saying? So for you, I'm not trying to change you in the way that I'm trying to like turn you into something that I want you to be that thing. I'm only trying to open your eyes to perspectives, and hopefully those perspectives give you an enlightened view that helps you be reassured that what you're doing on your journey, on what you feel is right, and you don't have to hesitate at all because you know that your perspective lends itself to making sure that you can be secure in what you want and what you put out there into the universe. You don't have to look back later and go, man, you know what I'm saying? Although introspective is pretty good, I will say that. P reach B rather P reach be rather. I don't know, man. Hopefully you guys take something from it. Maybe you guys be like, man, this nigga on some bullshit. Hey, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? Take from it what you want to take from it. I, 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 I. Um, most of us got our asses kicked by our parents when we were kids. Awful situations. Maybe that negative shit turns you into a whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all transferable, man. A mass shooting. Boom, 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 boom. Things happen, and a majority of people will be hurt by certain things. And there's other people who will learn from that. If someone can learn from there, or maybe this is a person who was going to do some shit like that, but then they see it and they see the gravity of what they were going to do, and they were going to do something way worse. But because they saw and seen how real, it ain't no video game, it don't know it's you about to do some fucked up shit, you about to take lives, and because they saw that shit, and they saw 6 people died in a synagogue, or you know what I'm saying, maybe that saved 50 lives. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, other people were still gonna do their thing, but you stopped that kid, that guy who's really gonna do something, who's really gonna, you know what I'm saying? And these are all hypotheses, but things that again, people see things a little bit too linear sometimes for me, and I'm just saying that it's a paintbrush, man. Make some strokes. Hopefully, maybe not. I'm glad it was in line for you, man. We can make it if you try. What song was I doing earlier? I was beatboxing the song and I was like remixing it. And I was like, oh, if I was like at a bar with a bunch of 50, 60-year-old white dudes, they would love that fucking remix. It was something from like a, Odie's 104.3 type deals, like one of those 60 songs. I was, wow. 1960 was 80 years ago. It's funny because it's 1920s. There's the 2020s now. So does that mean like 90s music, like 90s hip hop, would that play on the oldies station? The 90s was 30 years ago. The 90s was 30 years ago. So does that mean that, because like oldies, the oldies station play the pop music. They don't play country music from the 60s. They don't play, the jazz band. They play pop music from that era. So would Odie's music play like, how they play, I like big butts in the can, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because they play Michael Jackson from the 80s. They play, Lionel Richie from the 80s. They play, you know what I'm saying? They play black people pop music from the 80s and 70s and the 60s was more white people, but like they play the OJs and the Four Tops and all for 50s, 60s, So my question is, are they gonna play that shit? I'm running things. Um, you're running the Ayangs, the Ayangs. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Pick my hair real quick. Give myself a little hair pick. You know what I'm saying? Get my shit. It take me 80 years to do that. Remember those dance party CDs in the 90s? Yeah, I had a nice collection of them, man. I had a nice collection of them. I'm not gonna say a collection, but like whenever I had the money and the time, like I was like 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade, we would go to these outlet things sometimes for the church or school or some function. We go to the outlet malls. Whenever I had the chance, I would get those dance mixed CDs and shit like that. Like that's the music I was into for those couple year period, and then high school and middle school was just a really weird time. The furthest thing from what I was listening to was hip hop, but because I had to sweep up in this barber shop when I got out of school, 3, 4 o'clock. So it was like the basement, Rap City, shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I'll get exposed to like Missy Elliott, Busta Rhymes. I knew about certain guys like Cameron, but I never watched the videos because that shit just bored me. LL Cool J doing it and doing it and doing it. Like niggas like that shit. That shit was corny as fuck to me. But it was cool. It's like it was corny, but it was cool. I'm not gonna hate on it. The boy is mine. I was exposed to that shit just because I had to sweep in that. So like it was like I knew about it and I seen it through that, but I didn't go out of my way to listen to no Jay Z, no not no Busta. I got the Busta CD, Extinction Level Event. But I got the Missy CD, Busta. I don't know. Anything hip hop I listened to was coincidental. There's this guy named what's his name, Boss Hog. He was like the Boss Hog. He was from the South. He had this one song that was like. I don't remember this nigga name. It was like Boss Hog or some shit like that. I don't know. I knew about people, Jim Jones, Neptunes. I knew about all this shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember Pastor Cavassier came out. That was a pretty dope one. I remember that. I fuck with that. Again, Busta was in that shit. Um, Crucial Conflict, Bone Thugs and Harmony. It's like I knew. You know what I'm saying? DMX, he had a bunch of shit. I was like, wasn't trying to listen to DMX. And again, it's not because I think he sucks, or it's not because, but in my childhood, that's just not the. I'm listening to like blues, big band, electronic music, um, um, swing music. I learned how to swing dance early, and then that ended up being an iceberg crusher type deal. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm a nigga who know how to swing dance, and I'm young as fuck, and I'm limber, and I can do all the moves. I stood out. Um, and I wore suits all the time. Not zoot suits, but definitely suits. Not Steve Harvey. I'm sure they got to Steve Harvey at some point, but I like two buttons. I like it going crazy. You were like 10 of them. Oh no! But what I did get the collection of the Time Life collection was the I forgot what it was called, but it was like it had like James Brown, and it had like a lot of doo wop shit and a lot of like I got that whole collection. It was like 60s, 70s, like, I got a lot of funk. I was into funk music, you know what I'm saying? Which had a connection to hip hop, but I like the originals better. I like to fuck with Funkadelic, Bootsy Collins, you know what I'm saying, Parliament. I have the vinyl. I have the vinyl of a lot of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I would invest $27 to buy a vinyl of shit that no nigga gonna listen to at a party and shit. And to mind you, it's not like niggas when like 20, 30 something year old people like I'm 19, 20 years old. Like that demographic with it, it's getting hot and it's so hot. That's what they wanted to listen to. They wasn't trying to listen to, you know what I'm saying, no fucking Sly and the Family Stone and shit like that. But that was the vinyl and that was the shit that I was listening to. Fuji's. Starting my pain. I do a fucking Warp music video. Strumming my pain with anger. She's like running from giant fingers coming out the corner of the screen and shit. Bugger Law, Black Superman, the VSOP was my shit. Dropping some dimes on there. But I think that that contrarian point of view and just, you know, what do niggas listen to? I'm not gonna listen to it. Reasonable Doubt, it's without a reasonable doubt that I have never listened to that. um, my cousin who sold a lot of trees, it took me like around one of his little trips where he sold a bunch of, you know, he was making some drops. And during that time, I had listened to this first Slaughterhouse album, and I was thinking, like, you know what, this was a good listen. I ain't gonna lie, I listened to Eminem. I heard the first three. By the time it got to Encore, I have not listened to any Eminem. By the time it got to Encore, that CD and on, I have not listened. I mean, I wasn't gonna buy it, and you know, Daft Punk, Mastercraft, Benny Benassi. Um, I'm trying to think of what this nigga name who did Flowers. Flowers, flowers. Boom, 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 boom. She lighted up the room, and I gave flowers. It's like doing that ain't enough. If you hear the bass line that was in the back of that shit, I can't remember the name of the man who did that. Armand Van Helden. Again, these are like, you know what I'm saying, names in like the electronic, you know what I'm saying, in the electronic, you know, thing. Brooklyn's Fathers was bumping in the dorm 96. Crazy period. Was it a crazy period or crazy period? Which one? Um, I don't know, man. You know, it was funny because I was just like Blues Brothers, never Blues Traveler. You know what I'm saying? Johnny Hooker. You know what I'm saying? Ray Charles. Um, Not really BB King. I didn't like his style of blues. But just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess it was kind of contrarian, you know what I'm saying? But it opened a lot of doors for me. It let me talk. When I talked to old white people, it opened doors. You know what I'm saying? Like I used to do this Blues Brothers thing where me and my buddy, my oldest friend, maybe not. Maybe not my oldest friend, because I think the guy who let me stay out in L.A. or San Diego, he's maybe my eldest friend, because I think I befriended him in like sixth grade. Anyways, and we're still well. Alexa, remind me at 4 p.m. to text Eric. Hopefully, I do it. You know, that's a guy I haven't talked to in 6 months or something. The point is, me and my friend used to do this Blues Brothers routine, and we would go to these different places and like around the downtown Mount Clemens area, and we would like finagle, and they would say, "Oh yeah, but what do you know about?" And since I know all I listened to was Oldies 104.3, I knew about all of them of Roy Orbison, and that, you know, I knew all these names, and I could spell like, "Yeah, and what about that?" You know, it uh, it instantly became a thing where I was in eighth grade, and on weekends we would like hit the jukebox or bring the Blues Brothers CD to these bars, where it's a bunch of old dudes, and women too sometimes, but it'd just be like old shit bars, whatever. We go up there, we do the Blues Brothers routine, everything you remember from the movie. We would do the moves, and you're talking about we would both individually walk out with $120 in our pocket each on a Friday. Saturday maybe $80. Sunday another $40 to $180. And I'm in eighth grade making $700 a week. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it didn't get up to seven, but it was like 5, 6, and shit like that. Just fucking, I was saying anywhere between $300 to $600, just because you know what I'm saying. You just, I don't know, man. I got into bars when I was 13 years old. All these motherfuckers cared is that these two motherfuckers are doing Blues Brothers shit. You can't tell me you can't hustle. You can't tell me. You can't tell me that you can't. I don't know. I don't know that I don't know how to. I don't know. Cybertron, Kraftwerk, Twilight 22 niggas. Don't know about that one. Don't know about that one. But Kraftwerk opened the door for like so much music. I don't even want to get started. Call, don't text. Not gonna hold you. Just want to check in. Call, don't text. Not gonna hold you. Just want to check in. You missed me on that one. I'm sorry that I don't know it. It was funny. An Italian dude. He was on like a couple years, 2 years, 3 years older than me. He ended up being like a real good surrogate big brother to me. And it's funny because when I was all up into all this Daft Punk and getting into Armand Van Helden and shit like that, he ended up putting me up on hip hop because there was this compilation CD that came out. Yes, this is a time where CDs, where you got me, no streaming, no YouTube. And there was this CD compilation where this artist, who was from this old group called EPMD, apparently, at the time, for me, had donned this new image and had this like comic book kind of vibe to him, and he had three personalities. One of them is called King Ghidorah. The other one is called Victor. No, it was called no, King Ghidorah and Victor Vaughn, and I think, and these were CDs he was coming out with as these different personalities. He had a third personality as well, and he was coming out with these CDs, and it was dope. And then after he came out with all these, one as Victor Vaughn, and the other one as King Ghidorah, which King Ghidorah is the three-headed, monster from the Godzilla franchise, and after he came out with CDs with the rapping on there, he would come out with these collaboration CDs of the instrumentals. Just the beat. Now, you don't understand this because there's no YouTube. There's no way to get the beat unless you know the fucking producer. Hey, Quincy, can I get that beat? There's no beats. There's no beats. And this guy's coming out with CD, so he comes out with Bang, that's one of the CDs. Bang, that's one of the CDs. And back there, Bang, that's one of the CDs back there, under different names. And then he took the best songs from those, the hits, and put the instrumentals on these CDs that were called Special Herbs. And I think those Special Herbs 1 and 2, I think it was 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9, and then like 10 was by itself. And it was just like 17 or 12 different just bangers. And I'm like, bro, what is this? What is this nigga name, bro? And he was like, oh, it's this dude. His name is MF Doom. And I was like, oh, man, dude. And it was right then that he steered me back into hip-hop. And right there with MF Doom, I started looking at the new niggas, and that got me back on the course after deferring for so long. a white dude had to get me back into hip hop. And it was um it was amazing. I remember being high as shit. And he popped on the song, and I just remember like going like, "What the fuck?" And I'm gonna see if I can. Oh my god! This was another one, but man, when this, I was just high as fuck, man. And he popped it up, thinking like, okay, I'm waiting for the nigga to start rapping, and he don't rap, and the beat just came on, and it just fucking started. He was just high, man. You know what I'm saying? He just. Off of that alone, I was like, who is this nigga, bro? MF Doom. It was instrumentals when there was no fucking YouTube. There was no outlet. There was no. You had to have a nigga who can with the MPC who can make you a beat, nigga. And here this nigga just giving them all away on the CD, bro. But that was one of the cold ones. But that really wasn't the one. But this is another cold one. Ooh, this is. This shit just reminded me of like a. It reminded me of like a save screen on a video game or something. Like you just died and it's like 10, 9. Man, I got high and heard this for the first time. I don't know, man. It was just the right time, low, and I'm just a creative nigga to where like I just. And then that started beatbox battles, and started me making beats for beatbox, and then me learning how to get. What's this program's called Acid? Oh, okay. Oh, it's 2006 right now. Okay, right. And just. And this is how you. Oh, and this is how you sample. MF Doom does samples. Right. And I can take any song that I want. Oh my god. So anxious. From Genuine. And I'm just gonna loop it because it's this woman that I'm fucking. And I'm 18 and she's like 30. She's 30. And she likes the song. And oh man, I'm about to make this Mega Man. This is my first ever like. This is like, cause like before there is no programs. There aren't like you have to be Quincy Jones or one of the. You have to be Dre. You gotta be you. There was no you. You had to have a computer, and if you had the computer, you didn't have the program, and if you had the program, you didn't have the know-how. You know what I'm saying? Here I am, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're telling me this is all me. This is it. Call my hacker friend. We gotta do an Ocean's 11. Gotta call my hacker friend. I need a program. Hollered at my one guy. Let's do some Blues Brothers shit. Boom. Got the money out. Went to the thrift store. Went to the pawn shop. And then it just stops. Went to the pawn shop. Got the computer. Got the hacker boy. Bro, here's a couple dollars and some weed because I got the connection on that bitch. Boom. Hook the program up. Give me this shit called Acid. Boom. Hook that bitch up on there. Fuck, I need a microphone. Hey, this is all the money I can scrounge up. Guitar Center, what's the best thing for my situation right now? Alright, bet. Boom. Got that together. And probably within $300, it probably $250 or something, but like What can you tell me? Like what like you know what I'm saying? Like I don't understand people, man. I don't understand. If you say you going, I don't know, whatever, man. I Ocean 11 that bitch quick, and I was off to the races. And I mean, it was like I can make. I took a sample, and then just started putting simple beats behind it, and like this is what MF Doom does. Like and then I learned how to kind of do my own thing, and then um I wonder if these are the beats.
How it feel, hater? I got my cake up. Don't play ball, but I keep my chunks laced up.
Sample, nice little beat behind it.
I jump Hollywood at bright lights in my semen. And I'm competing, the fame's in my sight. The new kid on the block, but I'll at you at night. Working year to year because I'm new to this flight. Once I have a couple drinks, then come back, I'll be alright.
You know, I started putting these. I had my studio time, and I started saying, you know what, maybe I should start doing a mixtape. Call them Legion of Doom. And you guys know the story behind that shit. But like, I just started trying, just like, look, man, I throw the beat for free. Like, I just need, you know what I'm saying? Like, here's the da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? It's one of my first beats too. Bring it in. Put it down. Oh, choir comes in. Another classic here, man. But the thing was, I started making more and more of these. But then I started seeing that more and more people from Detroit. Detroit niggas don't fuck with beats like this. So I had to start making the beats that would sell, as opposed to the beats that I wanted. It's like you can think about how you get parties, but it's like it's meant to be like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's funny going over these, man. 2006, March or April 1st, 2006, man. Can you believe that? I feel like, I don't know. That's another classic right here. Yeah. Oh man, those MF tracks are like named in vegetable. Like I don't know what that shit's called. Magnum. I don't know. It breaks down. In fact, it was about to break down that next little part there, but like I don't know, man. I'm just like I just wanted. I wanted so much for it, but like I don't know. I don't know. There was really one more I was thinking of showing you guys if I could find it, but. about the remixes that already existed when I made this. I thought I was doing some shit niggas didn't even know about. I thought niggas didn't know about what the shit I was doing, but little did I know. Hey, said I'd rather be with you. Yeah. Said I'd rather be with you. I don't know, man. Another classic right here, man, with the guitar. I don't know, man. Dog ass, I don't know, man. Just niggas didn't realize it's just what Detroit music. What Detroit music. Scooby Doo. Let's recognize this. God damn, man. I don't even want to listen to it, man. I don't even want to listen to it. Yeah, it's got a skip in it because the CD I burned it from. Bitch, no, hey. Oh my God, man. I feel like maybe I should like find some artists that I feel like can do something like this, and then I could like re-release some of them or something. That's that beat that. So what that is, that let me holla. That's old boy Ron Risley. And the sample is let me down easy. If ever you were to leave me, just let me down easy. I don't know. It was a classic if you know it, but I put the let me, and then he had this one part where he says, my love. You know what I'm saying? So, let me, my love, let me, my love, let me, my love. So eventually, you hear it, and then when the nigga said the hook is let me holla, and then you just hear it as let me holla. And, you know, it just was what it was. Making it say something it didn't even say. You know what I'm saying? And that, you know, I ain't gonna take skill, like, but you know what I'm saying? It was cool. I just feel like if you are a lyricist, if you are a real artist, bro, how could you? I don't know. But there's different vibes, different styles. You know what I'm saying? Like I would go in that bitch and kill. I'd go in this bitch and destroy this bitch right now. You know what I'm saying? Who am I? You know what I'm saying? But still, bro. God damn. After all these years, I still know where he says that. Man, come on, man. Bitch, I'm paid. That's all I gotta say. What is it? Bitch, I'm paid. That's all I gotta say. Can't see these little niggas. The money in the way and the sky high. Bitch, I'm five days. If you ain't a thug man, then you might as well stay. Pick 'em up. Fuck 'em, let 'em lay. Where I'm from, we see a fucking dead body every day. That uptown, throwing shots at 'em. I don't know. I remember that because I very often use that Lil Wayne baby. What's it done, bitch? I'm the man. Cause I be stunting like my daddy. Stunting like my daddy. I use that a lot because the vinyl that I bought for it had the acapella and the instrumental. So when you would buy vinyls back in the day, a lot of people would have the P making my more. You destroy that line. Bro, settle! Settle! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I might. I don't know. And I have to put it in there. Then I have to find out what key it's in. Then, like I'm playing these off of just MP3s and shit. Uh, Probably not one of my better ones. I mean, we'll see how it breaks down, but
If you are seeing green, it means you got me.
this is one of those things where I chopped up the sample. You know, like most black people, I had an affinity for the Wiz, and that sample is from the Wiz. Now, what I did was another displacement with the words. It said, "Cause if you are seeing green, it means you've got." What I kind of turned it into was, "Cause if you are seeing green, it means you got mean bread," right? But that's not what they said in the song. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're seeing green, you've got it means you've got something red. Because the color is gold, the color is red, the color is what I'm saying. So like that scene with Richard Pryor. So like that, I took that and just like twist that bit because if you are seeing green, it means you got mean bread. You know what I'm saying? And then when that bitch I feel like that's like a final boss stage of a video game or something, you know what I'm saying? But niggas are rapping and shit. Sorry if you blame mine. Check it. You in your skull, leave you leaking. That wasn't the right idea, but I see what you was thinking. Somebody can have that. Because their brain is leaking, so I can see what you was thinking. I'm sure someone had to have used that metaphor before. I didn't take it from anybody, but I think that shit was clever as fuck. And because I think it was clever as fuck, I'm positive somebody had to have said that before. Oh man, I just feel like I did my job. I did my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, goddamn, man, I gotta rap on it too. I gotta make me rap on it, produce it, promote it. What do I need to make? You know what I'm saying? It almost sickens my heart to hear these motherfuckers, man. It almost sickens my. Semo! befuddled, you know what I'm saying? She's just in this area, she's got into a goddamn tornado, you know what I'm saying? And she got all these emotions inside of her that she's trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and, you know, it's just like,
feeling. Swear to God, this is more than I can deal with.
Bitch, take my hand, do some fucking handstand. When I'm in your mouth, then I take you to Japan. Around the world, one time to Afghanistan. Well, then I take you, you can't understand. I take it, there's a way that shit is working. Shit, now you know, I'ma fucking make it work. Just take it like it was in the mega. You know, I'ma fucking take you, like a fucking mega. Hey, nice, they're nice. Oh shit, it's nice. Cookie. Now it's just nice. Hey, and there you go. And it just keep, you know, not me, but, you know, well, me as far as the beat and shit like that. I just feel like, I don't know, man. I just feel like 1,000 Reaches. This is from Metal Gear Solid. Oh shit, you gotta start like chopping rap, you know, and twist the rap. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what a nigga wanna say, you know what I'm saying? When I'm talking about the dance, from the course of the pick and going to the US man, I'm a judge man from the top to the bench, and rhyme skills, you know, to the bench, you know, well, with the crime. He didn't take me and choosing to tell him the game, the scope from empty, cooking this mic like a fucking chicken, cooking this mic like a, oh shit, I said what? I'm about to try and drop! Ah! I don't know, man. I went to this band. I was testing out bands for my award show. I went to the thing. I recorded this and then swooped this bitch up into a sample this is some live practice, and I just sat in the chord and taped it. I don't know. That didn't come out too bad, but I'm not gonna play it.
Like you feel me?
Oh, you know, maybe I can use this on my own album. This is,
Like you feel me?
Yeah, a little bit of drugs.
Feel me? Like you 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 feel me?
Oh, we cut it up.
Like you feel me? 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 Like you feel me?
Then I get into my UB40 red wine. It's humming on that bitch. I don't know why I'm going half. I don't know. But it all adds up. You know what I'm saying? Now, looks like there's two more. Maybe. That can happen. Hey, make it happen. Coach Tyson, when you get knocked out. Oh shit, do a little left. All I know is to the left. Gangster. Gangster. If you fucking bless me, I fucking hit you with the big stick. Gangster. Look, that sample comes from a song called Dance the Kung Fu, which I never would have gotten had I not been into disco type music and shit like that. Got the vinyl, saw that fucking shit. It's like, Dance the Kung Fu. It's whack as fuck, but the sample was kind of hot to me. Dance the Kung Fu. So then I couldn't get the full sample without that little bit of dance. So then I was like, if I sped that little up a little bit, cut up a couple of the syllables in there, I can get it to stop saying dance the, and I'm pretty sure I can make that bitch sound like gangster. And you have the song. And I don't think, top of the morning, do you? Gangsta. Exactly. So yeah, guys, that's just like a walk through memory lane. That's just, I'd say that's, I don't know, maybe like 70 beats right there. That's in one folder. I got a couple other beats folders that have like a couple hundred in them and shit. It's a walk down memory lane, man. And some of those ended up getting sold, but man, majority of them didn't. And with them being samples, I don't know if I can get certain ones cleared and all that shit. But like, man, I feel like I should just put out a. Maybe I should do it. Just do the mixtape thing again. You know what I'm saying? Of course, that seems like a big waste of fucking time. Yeah, let me give a bunch of free studio time for a bunch of guys who won't promote the goddamn CD, and then they'll get free studio time and free promotion out of it that they'll barely promote themselves. I'll end up having to do music videos for it, make the CD cover, promote it, pay for all the promotion. You can see how that just, I don't see where where did we, now maybe if I did with all artists who like all have like 500,000 fans on Facebook and Instagram and all that shit, okay, maybe because then now I'm with them 12 different people and I'm giving them free music and shit like that, but they all have a substantial fan base that I'm gonna eat off of. You know what I'm saying? But again, I don't make money off their fans. I make money off of other artists who want to get the same job. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even care how many fans you got because I don't make money off your fans. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. To Lambo, just my light work. To Lambo, that's my light work. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna leave, guys. That's a good one. Perhaps we can try out an aberration of sorts. Heard some knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Burn goes. White hot with a banger. I never got into, I was telling you guys a lot about, my history with hip hop and, what I'm saying, where I was during those times and shit. Never really got into Wu Tang. Though I thought they were like intriguing because of Old Dirty Bastard. And I always thought that was intriguing. But I just, like this was a different time, man. Like it's like you had to pick and choose who you were a fan of, man, because you had to buy everything. Niggas will never understand that. Niggas will never understand that. You had to buy everything. You couldn't just be a fan of everybody. Nigga, you wanted to hear them? You had to purchase it. Eventually, niggas could like burn CDs, but you still had to know a nigga who, you know what I'm saying? I was that nigga for a lot of people. But anyways, you know what I'm saying? Like you couldn't just be fan of everybody. I mean, you can like whatever music you hear, but like if you would call yourself a fan and shit like that, like man, nah, man, you had to buy that shit. And niggas did not have the money or the time. And then you had certain niggas who will pull out that booklet like, Val, we about to go on a class field trip? What? Nigga, bow. And this is a couple dollars, but I'm saying like he had the booklet, like a giant Corinthians. Look, I just got a copyright claim. Yeah, from this video here because all the samples I just used and shit. Somebody copyright claimed me. What did I miss, man? Bro, I sent you. See, this is crazy, bro. I sent you a review for it. Like I made a video. That's funny. Ah, that's funny. I made a. Let me get on this because I'm about to leave you fuckers. Oh yeah, I was getting on the phone to see what the fuck you said. What did you? How did you say it? What did you say? Anybody recognize the movie that's from? What did you say? Did you say something? Did you say something? Tell me somebody knows what movie that's from. Welcome to all my new viewers coming here late. Real shit. Thanks for lesson P. You reach one. You reach one, taught one. Now, when you say taught one, are you saying like you had a speech impediment? You were trying to say thought one? I taught one. I taught one. Taught one. You taught Twan? Who's Twan? No, I taught Twan. I don't follow. All right, guys. I went from 11 to 8. That means that they didn't appreciate being late. Yeah, I know. I'm just fucking around, man. You slut. Now let's see if we can't take 1 minute to figure this out, and then I'll try to tilt this so that I can see it from in there. Is it Martin the Tribute School? Sorry, Professor, I was late for class. 99999. Okay, did you say something? That's Benicio del Toro playing Dr. Gonzo, I believe, in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas. He plays the lawyer of Hunter S. Thompson. I think he goes by Dr. Gonzo, but I think Hunter S. goes by Dr. Gonzo. I think he does another one for him. Right, right! Let's see if I can figure out this auto tune. If not, I'm gonna just get frustrated because I gotta go, guys. This is a 1 hour session that's going 3:17. And I got work to do, you fuckers. Sucks. I'm never gonna get to sleep. I'm never gonna get to sleep. It's fine. Let's see. Let's get this. Let's do this quick. I'm gonna take this situation so I can try to switch up time. Well, it's not the kids' thing. I can see it. You know it's there. When you go, love. Somewhere that you can go. You know just where to go. He doesn't show, so I got to go. Yeah. Was the vocal too loud? Was the vocal too loud? I left the mouse inside. Oh, the headphones are low in here. I think that my microphone is too loud, so this is the last thing I'm going to change is the microphone volume. So we're from the top. We're gonna try a freestyle on this one. If you guys want to, feel free to say some things in the comments so that I can maybe use those as my lyrics. And we'll end this with a bang. The government walking there. Don't mean to roll, but I've been here before. If you can't get near, you see, I'm alone in the field. I don't know what to say. I light it up and thank goodness it's Friday. But I'm status quo, looking in the mirror, out of sesame. But you can bury me with life. I'm so serious tonight. I'm the girl but do not mind. This always will be my life. You can go beyond the side if you never ever die. Well, baby, you're just mine. Be the one that might just from my life. There's not, you can barely see the end. My blood is gone, there's nothing left. I hope in my discretion's all left. On the curb, my body hit the floor. That's all you heard. They say he's alright, but that's all I said. 'Cause you know it's all absurd. That's all the failure. It's all absurd. And you know my word. Close my eyes. It feels so right. Enjoy days, my friend. 'Cause Detroit studio time is where it's happening. And I will lead you as your captain. And you know enjoy the days, brethren. Brethren, 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 yeah, I just realized that I might be able to slide some more. It's time to go, guys. Don't forget, I gotta go. I don't mean to be a hoe. I gotta go. But we can do one last flow. I can do nothing like the alphabet. That's all I do, 'cause you already see I sweat. Detroit left me in the house, and the ABCs are coming out my mouth. Hey, I already know it's all after, babe. I made it to the K, okay, I'll go back. But this break is kinda whack, it's kinda lame, hey. I went to hell, all of these lanes, can't hit with my linguistics, yeah, they're all out the chain. Like Billy Weedy, I am at night or at lunch. Bring it back to where I think where I start. My motherfucking kite is so well all out the side. And I need a fix, can I get a kick? If not, then I will go ahead and kick. Because I'm back to all of my language. Just that you know, LMNOP, which leads back to me. But we cannot skip because subtitles are not the accuracy. I like to live some things and put in my mouth. But you say no when you neglect that. That's the shit that I like. Nipples so in the night. And oh, if you oppress me, then when I oppress me, I broke my neck like Owen Hart and Owen Hart. But I have got another journey that I must embark, 'cause it's the present, the predicament. Wonder where my pencil went. I think that I am my P.S. Smith. I got nothing else, so I must go to the queue. I got a question for you. Could you quote me something? I need something that's cool. But I'm done with that, so I got to be a star. And move on to letter R. I ricochet off this motherfucking rap. I wish that I rap. R's in my mind, but I got no ratchet slab to fix it. So I just got to submerge and be a superstar. 'Cause this is where we all are. Suffering succotash. Hey, I'm a superstar at that. But I bring it back. A lowercase p looks like something that might be a little finicky. When I go up that tree and I bust it beneath. When I say it's tricky and I think that I have no disease that wrong with infamy. But I think I have epiphany. Because if I can go from C to me, then maybe I can go to you. It's friends and brothers for you. I want to do umbrella, the umbrella. Oh yeah, baby, umbrellas. That's the Resident Evil 6. Don't worry about it. Wait, I can't forget to go to the beach. I got PeterPromo on me, and it's very, 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 very beautiful to see. But now I gotta tell you who must win where it's all to tell you. But I got no push. Made it through W with some kush. Bow, 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 double fisted. I knew I should've looked at that screen, 'cause you had some words that I should've used. I should've crashed. Music is the only language I know. 100, my blood beats my heart, and it knows you know it. And smoking for the end of the show. That's clever what I'm saying. Golden egg on super cell. Rapping to the speed of screaming sailor. That's clever. I ain't got no umbrella for change the weather. These clouds may mean something bad. road. You might see a rainbow, but it only comes after the rain. So that means you can make it if you can survive the pain. Unless you like rain. I was at W, and I must finish it. I must finish this beat so that this can be done and I can go to sleep. Okay, W, okay. Well, what's next? What can I say all about it? No expectations about it. Yeah, man, is she good, man, I doubt it. But I know that it, man, I can't live without it. 'Cause I don't know what's next. And it's not no end. But when I'm thinking about my ex, I just think, wow. You know exactly that you're close to that exit. I'm angry, but inside here I'm dead. I'm just feeling empty upset. And I'm finally at the letter something like this sickness is back with you. I'll see her, Xerox the copy sip like all of that old food. Zero is rude. Telephone bill is stuff that doesn't come with see. I did the whole alphabet, so do not fuck with me. It's part of the song. I've been on here fucking too fucking long. And I ain't been dancing, so with the fight. He said, oh, no, well, saying goodnight. In the soul, you cannot fall, 'cause I am all alone. But you can bet I'll be back in a couple hours, 'cause I can't get no sleep. Maybe that's why all your bitches freak. They all like me 'cause I am a freak. I will never be that other nigga, so I'm a figure that I gotta be myself. 'Cause everyone else taken. I can tell you are taking the words that I'm saying. You think some stuff, but listen, I think that if you listen one more time, listen to my last line. You gotta be yourself, 'cause everyone else is already taken. Already taken. There's so many levels to this. It's so many levels to this shit. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys coming to hang out with y'all. I'll see you guys probably later today. It's gonna be probably, you know what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cook some bacon and I'm gonna cook some eggs and I'm gonna cook and I'm gonna fall asleep on top of the grill. I'm gonna die. And then you guys gonna remember this session as the last session you ever saw me. You'll be the last people who have ever seen me because I'm gonna die in my kitchen. You know, so you will have been the last people. So with that being said, I uploaded a video. It's like cool, die, cool. I uploaded a video to the channel. It's a video. It's me interviewing Will Juno. It's a new platform I'm gonna try out. And if you guys watch it and comment and leave a thumbs up because the YouTube algorithm is all fucked. then I will continue to do these videos. If you don't watch, or if you watch and you don't leave a comment or you don't thumbs up, I'm not gonna make these videos anymore because it took forever to shoot it. You gotta line up the audio, and then you gotta do all this shit. So hopefully you guys like it. If you don't like it, then leave that in the comments. Peace. Happy Friday. Life is but a dream. If I could take you up in paradise up above, if you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, life could be a dream, life could be a dream, sweetheart. It's not the right key, so I'm trying to sing the song in the key of this. It's not working. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. All the darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house ain't no home. Anytime she goes away. And I know, 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 little sunshine, little sunshine, little sunshine. I lost the key. I lost it. Morning, Mr. Radio. Morning, Mr. Cheerio. Enjoy the journey. Damn, can y'all imagine P in his 50s? Savvy. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Detroit Studio Time with PeterPromo. Here with my niggas, Full Account. And BX is here. And Big Crash is here. And I'm never gonna be able to do all these people. I just seen you. Don't say it. I just seen you. Oh, fuck, I'm too tired. Wait. It's not that you don't matter. I had it. For some reason, I want to say one more person. Oh. Seven. And that's not seven. And there's one more person who was talking a lot. Seven. Four. It's on the tip of my tongue. It's on the tip of my tongue. It says seven. Four. Damn. I'm missing some key. I'm sleepy and I'm high. But that's no excuse. Said BX. I'm really having a fucking Alzheimer's moment here. No, I said seven. Why did you guys both say that? I said that. I want you to test. It's like, I want to say for you to envy haters, but that's not him. He wasn't here. The name is like right on the tip. It's like, I can visualize it. Because you were commenting, and I just want to not know, and I want to just say it. It's like, I feel like it's on the tip right now, and everything just makes me not remember. I know I remember because I remember the conversation, but I just can't. I can't do it. I'm fried. Guys, I didn't do 48 hours yesterday. I damn near did. And tonight, I did technically get a 2-hour nap. There was a situation going on here, so that was, you know. Alright, I'm out here, guys. I guess I fucked up. I'm sorry for offending everyone. I've dishonored my family, and I will have to punish myself for this great dishonor. Um, I don't know what time I'll be back, guys. Fuck! Health. If health was number one, then Robin Williams wouldn't have killed himself. Health ain't number one, man. You know, in theory it is, but all right, I'm getting the whatever is what you call it. I need to get the itis, so I need to like eat a bunch of food. If I eat a bunch of food, then I'll just get fat, sleepy, and then I'll just pass out. But if I just go off of weed or if I just go off of whatever, I'll find a reason to stay up. I'll find a reason my brain doesn't work like that. I have to, I guess, and I haven't eaten anything today. I didn't eat anything today. I had some juice, so. Technically, I didn't eat for 24 hours. Yeah. So if I eat now, then that'll be, it's like 28 hours since I ate. So then I'll eat that, I'll pass out. I'll get itis, boom. Try to wake up. When I look at what time I need to wake up, it be making me feel like, what's the point? What's the point? All right, guys. I'll see you guys soon. But I meant that, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the session, and anybody that I didn't name off, thank you for coming through, and thank you for being a part of the community and part of the positivity that we're trying to put out there. I hope that you guys all took something from this. Take some positivity, take some creativity, and make Friday your bitch. Take your dick out, open up Friday's mouth, put your balls in, okay? Straight up, swirl it around in there, and make Friday your bitch. Do what you gotta do, and fucking make today like it's the last day of fucking earth. You gotta go to work with some hoe ass niggas. Don't work your ass off. Just work like you don't know you work. You know what I'm saying? Think about what you're gonna do afterward. Talk to one of the motherfuckers you ain't never talked to at work. I don't give a fuck, man. Take all that shit out of your body and just own it. If you sit at home because you got a broken leg and a cast in it, and man, get online and learn how to code some shit. Or watch your favorite series online and just fucking own that shit. And be like, that's what the fuck I'm doing today. Have fun, enjoy your fucking life, and put something positive that you can into something, man. You know what I'm saying? Be be who you need to be. You know what I'm saying? Melodyne. Eyes on terrace. Auto-tune makes me feel fine. How about it, guys? Be positive. Be negative. Be something. But most importantly, be yourself. Because everyone is already taken.